Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Spawncast episode 463. Busy week, a lot of stuff happening all over the place. So it's gonna be a lot of fun here. Celia, how's it going over there?
Pretty good. Just a heads up, I am going to leave probably soon, but I'll stay as long as I can.
Where are you going?
Going out. It's Saturday night.
No, you don't have anything to do.
How dare you?
It's good to have you here for a bit at least. We got Radic. Radic, how's it going?
What's up? Had a pretty eventful day. Went and saw Mortal Kombat 2 in the theaters with my brother a few hours ago, and it was awesome. Loved it. Way better than the 2021 movie in like almost every way, because I didn't really like that movie, to be honest. But as a Mortal Kombat fan and just a fan of movies in general, Mortal Kombat 2 was awesome.
This is it. Good, fun action movie.
Fun action movie. Lots of love for the franchise. And it's not just, of course, there's some like Easter egg referential stuff, but like it didn't feel forced, in my opinion. And I think the new additions, like Carl Urban as Johnny Cage, was
how was
really
he as
good.
Johnny Cage? Just like generally speaking, you know.
I was worried about it at first because I was like, he's like too old to be Johnny Cage, in my opinion. But then they kind of play with that fact in the movie, and I think he like kind of steals the show, in my opinion. Like Johnny Cage and Katana, the two new like major casting additions for this franchise in the movie form were great. Like I thought they did an excellent job.
They made Johnny Cage like the main character in this one, right?
Yeah.
Wasn't that the idea? Yeah. That's what it looked like. Yeah.
Johnny Cage and Katana are the two co-leads. The lead of the first one, the first like 2021 MK movie, is also in this movie. And thankfully he has less screen time because I did not like his character in the first movie at all. Yeah. He was like the most forgettable guy ever. But yeah, highly recommend seeing this in the theaters for sure, especially if you're a Mortal Kombat fan.
It's Butcher. Of course he did a great job. You know?
Yeah. He's good actor. Good actor over there.
Yeah.
How's it going, OJ?
It's going good. I did not get to see Mortal Kombat yet, but I'm definitely going to see it at some point. I did watch The Boys, the latest episode, and it was freaking awesome.
Yeah,
it was good.
Oh my God, it was so good.
Only a couple more episodes left, too.
2 more. That's it.
Yeah, man. It is so freaking good. So if you haven't seen The Boys, go watch it. It's great.
Good stuff. We got Couch GT watching NBA playoffs right now. Celebrating. Got the Knicks hat out from Max even.
I mean, I've been watching stuff too. I've been watching the utter domination of a 3-0 lead accumulating tomorrow with the sweep for Mother's Day at 3:30, or else everyone at grandma's house might get stabbed. I mean, that's just how it goes down. But
bring out the brooms. It's a sweep.
Put them in the dirt.
Knicks they're looking pretty good. They're looking pretty good. No, they're looking good. They're looking good.
All to get lamed out by OKC in a couple weeks. That's
OJ beat me to it.
All to get lamed out by Shai Gilgeous shooting 10,000 free throws and flopping his ass all over the court just to get lamed out again.
That's why I need San Antonio to step up, because they're the only team that can give OKC problems. If I get
LeBron. No, don't count on LeBron.
The Lakers are cooked.
The Lakers are cooked. I just watched the quote unquote GOAT miss a perfectly thrown alley-oop dunk, and Austin Reeves, of course, had to blame himself. Like, oh, my bad. He threw the ball. He caught the ball and then just hit the side of the rim trying to dunk it.
It's how many reps are on the court at the same time? So it's like what is it? 8 versus 5.
I mean, I'm watching the game right now.
Did it feel like the moment, Sean, where Michael Jordan, when he was on the Wizards, was like running down the court and went to dunk it and it bounced off the back of the rim?
No, because that was just a one-off occasion.
That felt really sad though when that happened.
This man has done it for years now. So
all these Jordan Glazers, get out of here.
If I will say this, if it happens, the Knicks go to the finals and SGA just gets like 100 free throws, we might actually have to bail Sean out of like it might be bad.
I mean, I don't know if you've seen those motherfuckers that are outside of the Knicks games, but I mean, they make me look calm.
Like, yeah, that's true. They do. They're crazy.
And I know some of the people. Like they're nuts.
The Oklahoma City Thunder has made basketball unwatchable. Like it's I do not watch their games. They freaking suck, dude.
It
He's made
really-
very unwatchable.
It's a very boring product because, and you know, sports talk, cry in the comments, click off. This isn't my channel. I don't give a shit. The problem is it's a small market team, so Adam Silver likes to, you know, do something for small market teams, but there's clearly a bias for them. And then if they played a decent brand of basketball, but their brand of basketball is very similar to how the Celtics play, where it's like, hey, we're gonna shoot a bunch of fucking threes all the time, and it's just like
worse.
It's and
It's even
because it's
worse.
worse because there's so many
Yeah.
more fouls, and
Yeah,
so
it's
you know.
worse.
But like I said, I'll be rooting for San Antonio in the next round, but we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Good stuff. Good stuff. And then we have Evan.
Yep.
Evan is here. Okay. Good
Sorry, I spaced
stuff.
out there for a minute.
That's that's fine. That's fine. Well, like I said, we had a lot that happened this week. Star Fox did make his official return. He's back in kind of a familiar setting, but he's back. We had Nintendo move up the Switch 2 price. We had financials thrown around for Nintendo and Sony, and we had comments even beyond that as well from both companies. So there was a lot that happened. We'll get to all of it here, as well as field any of the questions there from the support with the super chats. I do want to start though with some of the stuff that we have been playing. Celia, do you want to go ahead and start us off?
I started playing Mixtape today. There's been a lot of hoopla about the game, and a lot of people are talking about it, so I decided to give it a go. I'm very early on. It's very early 90s nostalgia bait kind of feel to it, which is fine. I enjoyed the beginning, the skateboarding. My non-spoiler takeaway, since I'm still very early on the game, is they're rich because she has a computer in her room. And in the 90s, we had a computer room dedicated for the computer. So her having one means that her parents are wealthy. That's my takeaway from the game. What are your thoughts, John?
No, it's definitely like a middle class, like worst case scenario group that we're following along. They're following along with this. I played through the game, and it maybe a little more than 3 hours. It wasn't a long game or anything. And I mean, I say game. This is one of those situations where I played through it and I was like, I touched the controller, but I didn't have to do a lot. So it is
10 out of 10.
Well, it is a game that is not typically one that I would necessarily go out and like. So even the Telltale stuff.
Okay, I was gonna ask. It's like Telltale Quantic Dream style in a way.
Okay, so I like the Detroit Become Human. Good game. Dispatch. Good game. And I would say in Dispatch, you never control your character. In this game, you do actually move around with your character. Like you control your character, move around with them. So technically, there is more character control in Mixtape than there is in Dispatch. That said, Dispatch did have branching paths for the story, and like all kinds of consequences and stuff, or at least that would alter what ending you end up with. And that's not really what's happening here with this. It is, I would say, a more linear, interactive movie, even to that degree. But I guess they also did this developer, Beethoven and Dinosaur and Beethoven. They also did Artful Escape. So that's
really?
So Annapurna published it, and which is fine. They usually go after and publish these kinds of games anyway. That's not new for them. But it's been a while since this developer's put out a game. That was what, like 5 years ago, 6 years ago? That Artful Escape came out?
Artful
It's been a
Escape
while.
was 2021.
Okay, like 5 years ish. So, but I was recently, I've been kind of in the mood of going back and watching like older. I don't say old, it's not that old, but like, well, kind of older movies from the time period where I got out of high school going to college. So like Superbad, for example, right? That was one.
Incredible movie.
I love
Right.
that movie. So
One of
That
the greatest of all time.
40-Year-Old Virgin. Zack
Fantastic
and Miri.
movie.
Like I'm just going down the list of all these Waiting, all these movies I remember from back then. And this pops up and like the reviews come out and I'm like, that's interesting that all these 10s are popping up for this thing. Let me see. And then someone's like, hey, it's 3 hours long. I'm like, oh, so it's kind of like if I were to watch a movie. All right, fine, I'll check it out. And it is very much music driven. People on this show know that I'm really not that into music. So a lot of the references and stuff are like over my head for this.
John,
They have all these tracks that are playing as well, but
do you just not listen to music like at all?
No.
Oh,
I don't really have like an attachment to a lot of music or anything. I mean, I like if I'm at the gym or wherever, like it'll be on.
You put
That's
shut
fine.
up, you jackass. You put on the You're like, oh yeah, I listen to the Chrono Trigger soundtrack when I'm in the gym.
I've had the Chrono Trigger. Yeah, I've had that.
This is a cultured man.
It's also the My Hero Academia soundtrack, I believe.
That's
you
a good
used
one.
For a while.
Yep.
Oh, that's an incredible one. He's super.
Oh, so
cultured.
you're like one of those video game OST people.
Sometimes, yeah. Sometimes I'll do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then, but then if I like, if it's like serious day, serious lifting, you can have things like Slipknot and stuff on, and that's fine.
Okay, so you just
but-
don't live your life in silence. Okay, that's what I just wanted to double check.
I
real
might
quick.
be the black version of John. I might literally be you, but just black. Like I'm
probably
it's the
are.
same exact thing that I do. I do what you just said.
Yeah. So that's mostly it. But like a lot of the music, it was if you go down, I'm sure if you have like a track, like an album, it's like song number 11 or 12. It's like way down the list. This is not stuff that's like super well known, I feel like. But they
Because
always
it's
do
too
things.
expensive
All
to
right, let
license.
me look at the OST.
Okay, yes, go
I'll
ahead, look at the OST.
OST.
OST. There were definitely a few that I recognized, but I wasn't like, oh, this song and this song and this song.
And I'll tell you
Okay.
what the good song.
It's a lot of stuff from the 70s and 80s because they do the thing where they introduce the song. They of course stop, fourth wall break. Hey, this is where this song is from, and this is why. And I'm like, okay,
Like
they just keep
it's-
going.
the game more is like an art piece. Like it's fun.
Well, yeah,
But-
I could tell by the soundtrack. I mean, even if I had no idea what this was and you just showed me the soundtrack, I could tell it's a artsy fartsy game. Joy Division, that's very popular nowadays. Everyone loves fucking Joy Division. The Cure, Devo, Jesus and the Mary Chain. I mean, there's some decent stuff on. A Portishead. Oh God, let's just go full on fucking hipster. Silverchair, Smashing Pumpkins, not bad. Iggy
I love
Pop,
Smashing Pumpkins.
I could do without. Rainbow is good. Rainbow
It's all
is,
licensed stuff, you know.
is
Yeah.
Devo's original band. Yeah, it's a very indie-ish hipster soundtrack, so it goes along perfectly with an artsy fartsy hipsterish game.
It's a game with the record store aesthetic.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
but the-
exact perfect.
That's a great way to
a-
put
a
it.
2026 record store, perfect example.
yeah. So
And, you know,
they
I'm not
have, like,
hating on
the-
it or anything. It's just it's like, let's be real. It's gonna be in the game. It's the token indie game that will be at the Keeley Awards. And
I
stuff
I
like
actually
that.
don't think this is gonna. I don't think this is getting nominated for Game of the Year. I don't think it's gonna
Really?
be.
Well, not game of
No.
the year, no, but it will
it's
be
a
in
10
one
out
of
of
like.
10. But it's a 10 out of 10 game.
Well, like
It's gonna
most
be one-
impactful game.
I think
That's
it'll
up
get
to you.
something like that, right? It'll
Games
get
like
like
yeah,
one of
it's
those.
impactful. It can
What's-
hit with soundtrack maybe.
What's the Metacritic
indie.
on it?
I don't know if I would. Can you give a soundtrack when it's all just licensed music? I don't know.
Yeah, that's
I
kind
don't
of
a soundtrack.
I don't
know.
like that.
Yeah,
It should
still
be original
counts.
music.
Yeah,
It should be
I think this is gonna be one that's in there for what are the like you guys mentioned like games for impact or
the best
narrative. I could
category.
see that.
Oh, it's only an 85 on PS5. So okay. Oh, 90.
Go on
Uh,
Open Critic is where they merge all the reviews together.
Yeah, but they don't. That doesn't count, right? Like Keeley doesn't care.
No.
about that.
I think the Metacritic is what people will look at, but I even think I look at it 85. I think even that's too high personally.
That's too low. I mean, too
So-
low to get nominated for.
Yeah.
Well,
Xbox is
unless
only
you're
4
Black Myth
reviews.
Wolf,
It's
huh?
at a 95. PC's at 16 reviews at a 91. PS5 is 23 reviews at 85. Switch 2 is 89 at 6.
Dude, it got a 10 out of 10 from IGN.
IGN. Okay, so that's the review that's doing some damage. And honestly, I think if this game came out and IGN gave it like an 8, I don't
yeah.
think anything would have happened. I think
I
people
agree.
just moved on.
IGN says this is one
it's
of the greatest
crazy.
games of all time.
So
Who
this
who's
is
the
this is an
reviewer
issue.
though? I mean, not to dogpile anyone, but
This-
you got to kind of look at the reviewer.
Yeah.
And
I don't
see
know who
what-
the reviewer
see-
was.
See, like what other games they like. I should
This-
say.
I don't feel this game is this. People are saying it's this generational game, and then other people are saying it's the worst game ever made. It's someone like if I don't like the number scores, and now we're seeing. This is a great example. Sean, you mentioned this is like it's so hard to go. Okay, this is a 10, but then this game's a 9. But that game definitely is better than this. It doesn't. It just doesn't line up the scoring system for numbers. But I look at this game, and if I had to put like a number score on it, it'd probably be like I don't know, it's a 7.5 or something. And it's just because the musical stuff just doesn't tie into me. I will say though,
It's a
I
vibe
will-
check game, though, right? It's like kind of like a vibe game. You got to
Here-
be in the vibe.
here's the thing. Okay, here's why I think this game is going to really, really appeal to some people. This is a game where if you go back in time, and they're like, oh, it's in the 90s, so it has to be all about the 90s. I think it's more about a segment in somebody's life where you think back to the friend group you had in high school and how everyone had to kind of break away at one point and go off and do other stuff. But you still occasionally, you might randomly just think about a moment from that time and you get hit with nostalgia right afterwards. This is a game that kind of leans back into that and is like, hey, remember that group you had back during high school or in college? And then you kind of just sit there for a moment and go, oh yeah. But here's the thing. I think if people did not have a good experience in high school, they won't like this game that much. Like if you were somebody who, if you were someone who
shoved in lockers,
yeah, if you were someone who got like
shoved in lockers, wedgie,
yeah, if you like think back on that time, you're like, I don't like that. You're probably not going to relate to this game. It's just this game is, as Celia says, is showing kind of like at times I'd say more of the best, like the good side of a lot of this, where yeah, they're in families that are pretty well off, as like there's no real issues there. There are conflicts when it comes to say the parents at times versus what the kids want and that, but really the whole plot is basically super bad to where it's the last day together. They want to go out to this party. The whole thing is get to the party. And of course, all these things happen along the way. That it really is kind of like the idea of super bad just brought into this. That's kind of it.
I think we're spending too much time on this game, to be perfectly honest with you.
It is a 3.5 hour game. And I have watched Twitter rage about this game for 48 hours. So I think we spent the right amount of time on this game.
It's an industry plant.
I like that. The industry play. I immediately thought of like the plants at Home Depot that I saw the other day when I heard that.
Hey, based on some of the information that's coming out, bro. I mean, it might.
Wait, what
studio?
studio made this game?
What studio?
Made?
Oh, the Dinosaur and Beethoven. There's like 15 people like work at the. It's in Australia.
Oh, that's an automatic point deduction right there.
Annapurna. People are talking about Annapurna like they developed it. They're the publisher. They've been around since 2016 and they broke off of Annapurna Pictures and they've published a ton of games. So that's
yeah, they're
really
Sony Santa Monica X-Dev. Because like remember a lot of those X-Dev games like Journey and
they did Flower. They did the what's the game that you liked? Evan, Edith Finch or whatever.
What Remains of Edith Finch? Yeah, that was originally Edith Finch was originally a Sony game. That was originally a Sony game, and that became an Annapurna game.
They're
I didn't realize that.
They're publishing the new Silent Hill game coming up, Downfall.
Yep.
Okay.
So I didn't really understand that.
That name seemed familiar. I bought this thing, like this Annapurna Interactive. It's like what is it? It's like a game that comes with like a bunch of the other games that they've done, and it came like with the Switch 1 carrying case and stuff.
Oh, cool.
I knew that sounded familiar. I haven't played the game yet, or whatever, all the games that are in here, but it was cool.
Okay. Do you how much of it you play, Celia?
Oh, I'm very, very in the beginning. Like, I'm still gathering stuff in the room, and I was like, okay, I need to go on Spawncast. So
yeah, it just it tells a story through flashbacks and then eventually build up to the party. So there you go.
Yeah. Well,
sure, it's a fine and fun game for those who enjoy that stuff.
Generational, 10 out of 10. Greatest game out of 10.
If you think that
Next
you
week.
need to touch grass.
Next
It's
week
honestly,
I'll tell you if I.
It's funny because Forza's coming up, 007's coming up. This is a game that those games are going to come out, and honestly, we're getting to the end of the year, and I'll kind of forgotten this game came out this year. It's like that kind of territory for me, just because I'll go through so many games in the year. It just didn't like hit or stick with me. Like it seems to have really affected some people. I don't know. So
vibes.
That is
man. Heavy vibes game, like emotional stuff. If somebody can connect with it, that'll supersede actually having gameplay.
Well, I mean, it's not. I'm gonna say it's not a bad. I would use the word experience for it. It's not a bad experience. I'd say good experience, but I don't know. I wouldn't call it generational. But Celia, you can let us know what you think.
I'll report back if this is my generational game that changed my life.
Thank you. Good stuff. Let me go over here here we go. Jeffrey Tucker says DSP update RGT.
I haven't really watched much this week. So I don't really have one. I'm sorry. I've been
do better.
I know. I haven't been keeping up this week.
I've been keeping up a little bit. Nothing really crazy outside of the first burst stuff that we already discussed. So, that's pretty much it. Same stuff usually from him.
Cat is back. Pima YouTube member. Shout out to Cat is back. Daniel says, how has Bungie not had layoffs with such huge loss? Well, I guess we'll talk about Bungie here in a bit when we get to the Sony stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Sellout says, what were you doing in 2012? And why didn't you buy Kid Icarus Uprising?
I did buy it.
It released on March 23rd, which was a Friday. Proceed.
I did buy it because it came with the little stand, and I set it up on the stand, and I was playing it.
So we were having a discussion where this comes from, and I said the reason why, like, hey, look, this whole situation with Star Fox, like we failed when they brought back something before 10 plus years ago. We failed. I'm like, don't let this happen again. And I said that anybody who was young and wasn't able to buy the game, you have the right from an old head to question what anybody that's older, that's at least 30 or older, what they were doing and why they did not buy the game. So that's where that comes from.
They'll be questioning me. I was there.
I look, I got my copy right here. Here's my
It came with the fucking AR cards too.
Yeah, it came with the AR cards, came with the stand. It was nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
What about you, John? What were you doing?
In 2012?
Yeah, in
What was I doing
2012.
2012.
Oh, you got memory loss? What were you doing?
Probably jerking
I was fixing 3DSs. That's what I was doing.
Did you buy Kid Icarus
2012
Uprising?
Would have been. Did I buy? No, I didn't buy it right away.
Okay, wait, I'm gonna say throw this man off his own podcast.
I did not buy it right away.
Nope.
I bought it. I did get it eventually because I had the stand for it. I didn't have the. I guess they would eventually had it so you could have like the extender for the dual. I didn't have this. I had the stand, but not the additional.
The Circle Pad Pro.
Thank you.
It didn't work with it though.
Oh, so I thought it worked with that. No, I just had this. I just had the stand.
There was no power left in the CPU, according to Saka.
Used blue looking 3DS on, so I didn't get it used. This is from Tijo. Says, I hope the new Star Fox cutscenes aren't pre-rendered. And we'll find out in 2 months because Star Fox is back. Had a direct, which got announced. The direct got announced 10 minutes before it aired, which is the most random thing I feel like I've seen. I think sometimes Nintendo will just drop a direct, like a partner showcase or something. They'll just put it out there. Yeah, but they felt the need to announce it and then live stream it 10 minutes before.
They've never done that before, where it's like freaking. Dude, I had to rush to get the stream going at that time. It was crazy. I was somehow able to start it before, and I saw it like 8 minutes before it started. It was crazy. Never seen that before from them. Don't ever do that again, please.
It was Miyamoto. He had to announce, it's like, this is Miyamoto, Star Fox, in
he was tweeting
10 minutes.
He's a big tweeter.
Yes.
This is Miyamoto. Drop what you're doing and go watch this shit.
That was basically it. It was like, hey, it's happening. So I'm like watching this take place on the side of a baseball field. I'm like, well, this is happening. Star Fox is a thing. And it was like 15-minute presentation for it, where they show that we are getting a remake of Star Fox 64, which has been a whole conversation on its own. So Radic, you'll be very familiar since you've recently played through it. But they did show off the designs for Fox and Falco and Peppy and Slippy, and people are kind of mixed on this. All right, these are much more realistic, like they said, more animal-like designs, and it is not. I think a lot of us were thinking that they were going to pull from the movie design. That is not this. This actually looks like a fox, just like in the McLeod jacket and stuff. So what's everyone think about the look of these characters first?
Go ahead. No, go ahead, because you got to go soon.
Oh, okay, you're right. So basically, for Star Fox, okay, I understand that they were leaning into like the puppety looking design, but I think like Fox looks really like haggard and like he's like in his like late 30s, like he has a mortgage. He's seen some shit. He's stressed out. Maybe he has like 2 kids. He's tired. Like I don't know. It looks kind of weird. Oh my God, he is John.
But John has more kids than that. He's got like
Okay, well, John can be more tired than Star Fox, but
Fox has no kids. Just want to put that out there.
Okay, good to know the
He
lore. I
knows
was
them.
making a joke,
He knows
OJ,
them.
but thank
I
you.
know. I just want to put it out there. He has no kids. He has seen
He
some
does travel
shit,
around
though.
the galaxy a lot, though. We don't
He
know.
has seen some
Okay.
shit. There's some bad shit's happened to him, but yes.
Okay, there you go. But yeah, I cheered when I found out about the reveal. Like I watched it. Like I heard some coworkers talking about it down the hall, and I was like, oh wait, like what's going on? And I watched it, and I was really excited. I love anything on 64, and I really love it when things that I remember from my childhood are back again. So I'm definitely going to buy this day one. I think it releases June 25th. I think. But yeah, definitely will pick it up before too many games. I'm so excited about that. For other things, if everyone buys it, we might get an entirely new, less ugly Star Fox game. Or
That's true. That's true.
and then my last note that I wanted to talk about is if there is a new Switch 2 Smash, do you think he's gonna look like this Fox?
No.
Like, do you think they're gonna do
yes.
this to us?
I do.
I don't
Like,
know. That'd be funny.
and-
I do.
Like, I don't know. Okay, also my last note is why does Slippy look so wet? I know he's an amphibian, but that's like way too moist for like
He's
space.
fat.
No,
Fat
leave him
people
alone.
sweat
I
a
love
lot.
Slippy. Okay, I
He's
have
a
my
toad.
Slippy figure. I
Toads
love
are
him.
slippery.
He is my favorite character. Conveniently, that's on my desk right now. But anyways, yeah, I like him a lot. He's like the personality hire of the team. They're so cool. But why is he wet? I don't like that.
Yeah. Go ahead, Sean.
I mean, I just think it's a little cruel that we're all sitting here talking about this when, you know, so many people lost their jobs because of the leaks about Star Fox and stuff like that. And just how, you know, leaks are ruining the industry, even though they've been around, you know, since literally the video game magazines, EGM, GamePro. You had Sushi X, Sean Baby, that did full columns about unreleased things that were happening behind the scenes. It's just, you know, I'm just glad that we're finally taking a stand with this game, and I think it's a bit hypocritical and ridiculous that we are sitting here talking about this game, knowing the impact that it's had on people's lives and their livelihoods. Proceed.
Thank you. What'd you think about the look of the characters?
I mean, it was weird. I tried to, you know, I think they kind of pulled from like the original promo art from Star Fox Super Nintendo, but even then that's kind of a bit of a stretch. I think Slippy looks pretty accurate to his promo art.
It's the moistest he's ever been in his entire life. And I know frogs are wet, okay? Like I know that's a thing, but it's just jarring.
But yeah, it looks weird a bit, but I don't really give a shit because you're gonna be inside like the Landmaster or the R-Wing, and you know their little faces will pop up and stuff. So, you know, if it was a game where you had, if it was Star Fox Adventures and you had to look at the characters the whole time, okay, then yeah, you know, maybe a little bit of the original look of Sonic for the movie. But you know, if people like it, that's cool. If people dislike it, that's cool. I'm kind of indifferent to it.
You know what it is? I was looking because they have the artwork that they put out for each character where it's like their bio next to them. I think it's the legs. Like they look very, very top heavy when they're standing there. So like the legs are like maybe not even a third of their whole body.
I've eaten frog
fat-shaming
legs
them?
before.
No, I'm talking like Falco's the one. He has like the little bird legs, and it just looks really strange. Like when
He's
they're
a-
just
he's
standing
really-
there.
He's like really like the character models are kind of like adjusted to where there's more percentage, almost like
Mhm.
Johnny Bravo-ish at
Yeah,
times, where it's
there you
kind of
go.
like where the legs are smaller because like they didn't give them like metal boots, you know, like that they had before. They actually have like realistic looking legs for like the animal that they are. Peppy has like hair legs, you know what I'm saying? like a rabbit or whatever. Fox has like little fox legs, and yeah, Falco has like the chicken legs, like a damn bird, like a falcon. Like it's not. They completely changed that. I'm kind of the same as Sean. Like if you like it, you like it. If you don't, I like the designs because little OJ back in the day, 40 or 30 something years ago, when I first saw this game, because I got it day one, like that's what I wanted. Parents went out there and got me. It was expensive as hell. My parents got it for me. And when I saw the commercials, it reminded like that's what they were going for. They were going for like a realistic like animal inside of like a pilot, right? Like it was supposed to be that. You can even go back and look at the commercials. Like they would even put like a like a fox inside of like inside of like a suit and say, oh, you're playing as like an actual fox. So me back then, that's what I thought. I thought it was like, oh, these are like realistic animals. Now I know that's not been the same thing since then. That was a long time ago, but that's like my first inclination of it. They were advertising graphics, they were advertising the FX chip. It was the first game to use that, and that was built with the first people ever to help Nintendo. I think Westerners to ever help Nintendo with the first party game. It was the Argonaut guys. Yeah, so that was the first ever. They would separate them, and Miyamoto would go smoke inside their room, and they'd be like, "Oh my!" While they're working, he's smoking and rambling and stuff. So it's really interesting. Crack cigarettes,
crack pipe. Oh yeah, let's fucking put a fox in a suit. God damn it! All right, dude, we'll do that. Cool.
That's probably what they were doing when they were thinking about this game. But no, that's kind of like the impression from back then. I know once again it's changed, but I do think that it changed because Nintendo did pivot from power. You have to do more of a stylized thing. If you're making Star Fox Command, look at those designs. They look fugly as hell, right? Like Star Fox Command, Star Fox Assault was a bit better. I mean, that game's all right. Star Fox Zero, they're doing the gamepad stuff. I think that if Nintendo went with the power route and if Star Fox kept on selling well, they would have had realistic designs this whole time, in my opinion. But once again, they did pivot. Also, Smash Brothers. Everybody is looking at Fox from like Smash Brothers. So that's where most people know him from. So I can understand. And like the Mario movie. That's the most attention Fox has ever gotten. Smash Brothers and Mario movie.
Fox,
so I can understand why some people don't like this design. But like I said, me 30-something years ago when this game came out in 1993, I got it day one. And I saw the commercials beforehand. And that's what I was thinking. It's like, yo, it's like realistic, So for me, it was like, okay, this is kind of cool. Like this is dope. But I get it for other people who grew up with Fox being more animated or Smash Brothers or whatever,
Yeah, OJ, I think people are noticing it more because he looked so animated and like it was just so wonderfully done in the Mario movie.
Mm-hmm.
So being so fresh, like, oh yeah, I remember Fox, and then having that image in your brain and then seeing,
yeah, and even Smash Brothers. Smash Brothers, but like I said, but little OJ back in the day, like that was what Star Fox was to me. It was a realistic graphics pushing game, and Nintendo has a million animated games. Everything is cartoon, everything is anime looking like that they have, except for this is not like, but their whole lineup so far has been all animated, nothing really pushing realistic style at all. So
out of complete curiosity, if they do make a Fox movie, would you prefer a anime style one, or would you want like a live action looking one, OJ?
I would want one more that's more in line with what Star Fox is, which is like a grittier looking one. But if they did like an anime, they're gonna do what they want to do. But I would prefer that because, like I said, I was test case 0 for this game. I got it day one in 1993.
Okay.
So, and that's what the game was like. We had Mario, we had all these other games that were cool and everything, but this was something completely different with 3D graphics on a Super Nintendo, right? Or they were trying to tell us it was 3D graphics. So it was just something unlike anything else. And I was trying to explain it to my friends, and they didn't even know what the hell I was talking about. They're like, what do you mean? It's not like 2D thing? I was like, no, like you like fly in and you shoot people. It's like 3D thingy. And I was like, all right. So then we all played it at my house, and it was like they were all like, everybody's like, mine was blown back then, that they did that. So that's kind of how my impression was. But once again, I get it for like the Mario movie, and I get it for all that. Like I 100% understand like how other people are saying like, wait, this looks terrible, So I get it.
I think if they end up doing another Star Fox years from now or something after this, and it's one where, like Sean mentioned, you get out of the R-Wing and it's more like a Star Fox Adventures, I'd probably want to see them do something closer to the Fox movie, like Fox McCloud in the movie. I think I'd prefer that style. But this one I think works just because you're going to see these characters majority of the time through the little CRT screen on the bottom. And I actually think the character models look pretty good with that filter over it. But Radic, what do you think? You just played through Star Fox. You're probably the most recent person here to go all the way through just Star Fox. What do you think about this?
So when I first saw Fox, I was like, yeah, they turned him into a chud. Like, what are they doing? But then quickly the art style for the characters actually kind of has grown on me. Like I'm actually totally fine with them now, mainly because I'm not really attached to this franchise. Like, as you said, I recently played the game a month ago, and Star Fox as a franchise was like, oh yeah, that's the guy from Smash Brothers. Yeah, it was always like more of a Smash Brothers character to me, than he was of like Star Fox. So, but the game itself looks cool. I like how they're expanding the narrative aspect of it, like having more in-game cutscenes with the characters interacting with each other. I think that's pretty cool. I actually like that direction. You guys could probably help me out with more of the gameplay side, but it's pretty much exact 1-to-1 in terms of the level designs, like the different routes you can take within the levels and like outside when fighting different bosses, right? Did they add any new levels, or is it just like the same game?
No, it looks like it's 1-to-1. It looked
Okay.
like, I don't know if they're gonna add anything, because they did like that whole part with James, like that was never
That's new.
Yeah, that's brand new, but I don't know if there's gonna be anything playable. Like I don't know if they're gonna do anything like after you beat the game or not, or anything like that. But no, it looks like it's completely 1-to-1, but they've redone the audio. So certain things that happen, like I can recite like all the dialogue has been
fan of that.
Yeah, has been redone when it comes to certain things that happen. It sounds like it makes them seem less lame. Slippy seems not as lame as Slippy was before.
I agree.
I wouldn't.
He was the worst character in the first game.
I don't know if I'd use the adjective.
It's okay.
Lame.
I forgive you.
Well, let me give you an example. Like at the beginning,
I would use a more 1990s, 2000s adjective.
Oh man,
Slippy, get back here! Slippy, watch out! Bogey on her tail! Whoa, help me!
Yeah,
thanks, Fox. I thought it was Connor.
Yeah. Okay. So
Well, the chat was even wondering. They were like, "He was a dude." Like, yeah, Slippy's a dude.
Dude,
Son, you're getting really close here. You need to stop. Stop.
Just a little zesty. It's all right. It's 2026, man.
Oh my god, Sean! I just got what you were. Okay.
Yeah, you just got it now.
I was like,
oh man.
oh my
Hey,
god.
look, if this podcast was like 20 years ago or whatever, it would be great. We could talk about it.
Good thing social media wasn't around back then.
I know, seriously.
People be bringing up those, dead tweets for 20 years ago. People be getting canceled all over again.
Oh, I will say, just to end on this note, another 64 game is rumored to get a remake later this year. And if they're making these like all like a huge visual upgrade changes to like Star Fox 64, then my prediction of the Ocarina of Time remake having full-on voice acting is looking more likely. That's all I'm saying. Because I actually feel like it might be like an $80 physical game.
So I will say the visuals they just showed for Star Fox, that's probably, I want to say that might be the best I've seen from it, like coming out of a Nintendo game. I was trying to think what they were showing. That might be it.
Well, I mean, you
really
also got to factor in the fact that, I mean, they haven't really done a Switch 2 game. Like, I feel like this game probably doesn't have Switch 1 DNA attached to it. So
sure.
It is nice to see something that they were like, hey, we're gonna build this for the Switch 2, unlike Bonanza, and I mean Mario Kart World probably has some of that DNA in there as well. Let's be realistic.
It was
this,
Switch 1 first.
When they when they showed the R-Wing and they were zooming around and all the mechanical stuff was moving and all at once, that actually looked pretty impressive. And then they're flying around, of course, in the levels, and that looked good. I was like, wow, that's
if you listen closely, the audio from like shooting and like when the enemies break apart, it is significantly better. It is like like I said, I beat this game like a million times. Can't even remember how many times I beat Star Fox 64. So like I know like every bit about it. So it's like it's pretty crazy to see. Like, yes, it's the same, but it's like, man, there's so many things that just look drastically different. I want to say it's like the feeling because it's actually above it, but like when I first played Star Fox 64 3D, it was an okay job of making the game look better than what it was on the 64. So it was nice, but this is kind of like way above that, like significantly. It's like a multi-gen jump at this point.
John, can you bring up Groganic's message, please, in the chat?
this one.
No.
Oh, there's another one. This one. Hold on, the graphics for Star Fox?
I think he's just trolling.
No,
What is
the
bald guy
graphics.
talking about? What are you talking about, bald man?
The
John?
graphics for Star
Oh my
Fox.
god. Right.
Just wait till these plane tickets go down to Turkey.
Okay, so sorry to like change the subject, but still related. Not to John's hair, but to Star Fox 64.
Hey, talk
okay, you
about it while you
recently.
can.
Okay,
Appointment,
got those-
appointment with
Hey,
a man
John,
in
bro, don't
Turkey?
worry,
What
I
we
got-
talking about?
John, I got
Holy
those
shit.
peptide infusion shots coming. I'm gonna let you know how
Oh
they
my
work,
God.
fam. I'm gonna let you know how they work. Don't worry.
Oh my God, are we gonna?
I saw Spirit Airlines go
Spawncast?
down. I was like, man, that's it for the hairlines.
Dude, just take a trip to Turkey, man. You can fix it. Okay, so Radic, okay, you recently played Star Fox 64. If I'm
Correct.
not misremembering, isn't it like partially voice acted?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
yeah.
so wouldn't it be weird if they did a 1-to-1 remake with the new Switch 2 version and they didn't include voice acting?
Damn, Celia.
So why would that be reason for you to believe that Ocarina of Time would be fully voice acted if that's
'Cause
1-to-1? Just bring
I
that
do
up.
think so. Two things out because that's actually a good question. So I
Okay.
do feel like the if I'm remembering correctly, there's a report from the Illumination guy, like he recommended that Fox be in the movie to Miyamoto, and it wasn't like the other way
Yes.
around. Okay, so I feel like that's like the reason. So like that happened, they were like, oh shit, we gotta make a game. So like we'll remake 64 again. So like I feel like that probably is what happened in my head. But to answer your question, so yeah, I feel like Ocarina and Zelda is such a way bigger IP than Star Fox, and especially because like they have a movie to tie it into, and Link is going to talk in that movie. I feel like they might want to have like some level of cross synergy there. It's like, all right, we want to prepare our audience for a Link that's going to talk, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
but if they
but-
if they pick
but Link-
if they pick the wrong voice, holy shit.
Okay, then my next question so I'm cool with everyone else being voice acted except Link. Because what
Why?
does he say? What does he say in Ocarina of Time? Would he just be like, yes? And then like that's it? Like, because it's yes, no. Those are usually your answers. And then like what? Reactions, which was already
but-
voice acted.
Sure, but like you
So-
know, like the Star Fox remake has like cutscenes, like with the characters with new dialogue, all that. Why can't they do that with Ocarina
Okay,
of
so you
Time,
want new
man?
dialogue and stuff. Yeah. So I was trying to figure that out. That's why I was
Okay,
like, it'd
okay.
be so awkward for him just to have like a dude voice, like just
Except for
saying
the-
yes
Just
or
have
no.
credits
Chris
that
Pratt
fade
do the
in.
voice.
No, you know
Yeah,
what's
yeah.
going to happen, Sean? The credits are going to fade in, and it's going to be like Link voiced by, and it's going to be
Troy Baker.
I was gonna say him or Nolan North.
Oh yeah,
Nolan
I
North.
figured.
Well, Nolan can be young Link and Troy Baker can be adult Link. And
Because you would need two voice actors.
Yeah, you
for
would.
that.
You're right.
Also, can I just say, if we're doing Star Fox 64 and we're doing Zelda, like fucking just do Super Mario 64. You don't have to do a bunch. You add in some of the shit from the DS version with the multiplayer.
oh yeah, that's the version with Wario and Yoshi.
yeah, and the
Luigi,
extra
yeah.
stars and stuff like that, and then just make it pretty and re-release it at the same price point as this game is, and it'll sell.
Can I make requests too? I want a non-broken
Sure.
Donkey Kong 64. That would be lovely.
Why not?
And Diddy Kong
Nintendo's here
Racing.
taking notes.
So you need banana, tasty banana.
Um,
Put banana in my mouth, squeeze the peel. It comes in denim. We have that song available in our audio list of songs. 'Cause
it took me a second to realize what you were referencing, Sean.
That is-
Everything I know about DSP has been
that is
against
a
my will.
DSP again. That was a good one. He recited it off the top of his head. That's pretty good.
He knows my
pretty
cool.
heart because it's in
I-
his heart.
Probably
okay?
just
So-
randomly says it walking around his house. Just-
No, dude. So Snortwave Records, who makes songs, yeah, Snortwave makes songs out of DSP
I might need to look
stuff.
into that wave, huh? Waves in there.
He made a remix of DSP doing that, and like, dude, the bass on it is crazy because like I got a system. I mean, nothing crazy in my car, but I have a nice factory system in my car, and like when that bass hits, dude, it's nice.
You're listening to it in your car.
It comes in denim. Squeeze.
Goes
the
out to his driveway
banana.
just to listen to this.
No, I gotta fucking go, dude. These next 2 weeks are gonna fucking kill me. I gotta go all over this fucking state to my cousin's graduation and stuff, and then she's having a party at her house. She lives in bumfuck middle of nowhere, Smell Town, USA. Like, I'm very annoyed. I told her she needs to reimburse me for gas.
My condolences.
Wait, Celia, one last question. Do you think the Ocarina of Time remake is going to be as like expansive as like Star Fox in terms of added content, or is it going to be like more one-to-one?
I have no idea. I feel like they wouldn't touch it because it just doesn't make sense to.
Stop that.
To me, okay, to me. But it would be cool for them to also do Master Quest, and that would be the changed up content, just to also apply that there. But I don't know. That's Master Quest. Oh my, you don't know what Master Quest is.
Nope.
So it was released on the GameCube, and it's the more difficult version of Ocarina of Time.
Oh, there's a GameCube port of that game? What the?
Yes, there is. It's a 2-pack.
Really?
It's like a combo pack, yeah.
Yeah. It's really rad. And yeah, it's like some of the puzzles are slightly different. Enemies are more difficult. It's
Oh,
like
wow.
a more challenging version of the game.
I've never seen this before.
Yeah, more people need to play it. It's like on my list of things that need a re-release on NSO or like a remake. It'd be so cool, and not enough people played it. And the game's really rare now because it wasn't like, I don't think it was as popular.
Yeah, it was. I think there was one that was a promotional disc.
Yeah,
and
that was the one that had
Yeah.
Ocarina of Time Majora's Mask
Yes.
and like the original Zeldas. I have that too.
Yep.
But it's awesome. Oh my god, there's so many fun things. That was to promote Wind Waker because I know there was the Wind Waker demo on that. I had that.
Yep.
Yeah.
I
Okay,
think-
and then
I think you got to go bigger with Ocarina of Time.
that would be cool, but would they do it?
I think it depends. Okay, so we could bring this back to Star Fox with this. Look at the turnaround time for Star Fox. Not even 2 months. A discounted price game. I'm not expecting that for Ocarina of Time. Star Fox 64 has been remade a lot, or reimagined, or whatever you want to call it. Ocarina of Time had a 3DS version, and that was pretty much it. So with Star Fox, think about it like this. All right, Star Fox 64, think about the level design and stuff like that. You don't really have to make things feel larger. Everything was always large in the original game. It was just clouded by fog or something like that, and whatever. But the environments themselves, the levels themselves were very big. So you throw new graphics on top of that, and you're good. You don't really have to do much more. I think with a game like Ocarina of Time, especially like Hyrule Field and stuff like that, like it was massive for 98 standards. 2026 standards, it's not that big. So I think you need to expand things like that within the game. And if you're expanding the environments and the areas, why not add in a little something here and there? I feel like this is going to be one of those higher priced Switch 2 games, and it's going to have more of a run up, and there's going to be more pomp and circumstance. It's not like you're going to get Miyamoto saying, "Hey, it's Miyamoto. We're doing a Zelda Direct in 10 minutes." So I think from that perspective, I think you go a bit bigger. I don't think you do a 1-to-1. I think it feels familiar, but there's fresh stuff in it as well.
That would be really cool.
Especially because you got to remember, you have the young Link world and the old Link world. And, the young Link world is bright and cheerful and everyone's happy. And then the old Link world, because now he's an adult, he sees the world for what it really is. It sucks. Everyone sucks. Life sucks. And so, you're having to do a lot with that. So, yeah, I just feel like they got to go a lot larger with it. I always say, a Resident Evil 1 treatment is ideal for me. Maybe not exactly to that level of, changing up stuff and adding in stuff, but I think it needs to be more like that than what Star Fox is, but it doesn't need to be Final Fantasy VII either. That's
definitely not.
That's way too fucking big.
Unrelated, but related to Ocarina of Time. I was thinking about this recently, so I'm going to bring it up. Did any of you guys find the soldier dying in the alleyway?
Yes.
Yeah. I didn't realize that a lot of people or people that I've talked to didn't see that, and it was kind of crazy to me. So I was curious if you remember it. It's after okay. It's after you get the ocarina.
And that game, when you look at that game, there's a lot of, obviously people say, "Oh yeah, Majora's Mask, that's the most, unnerving and the grittiest one." And it's like, yeah, but that game kind of embraced that from the start. Whereas with Ocarina of Time, it was just sprinkled in these darker elements and stuff like that. That's why I don't want no fucking Breath of the Wild art style with this game, because I don't feel like that meshes very well. I think it needs to be more like a better looking Twilight Princess style for that game.
Like the E3 demo of the Wii U.
Yeah, that's perfect. Honestly, in an ideal world, that is the perfect style.
I'm leaning more towards that it's gonna look like a way better version of that Wii U demo.
Yeah, the right now, after seeing Star Fox, I'm actually feeling pretty good about Ocarina of Time remake and what they could do with the graphics and the visuals. I think if they, especially that game is going to, I assume, command a larger budget than Star Fox, and probably will be the $70 or we could even say $80 game if they want to go that far, but it probably at least a 70. And I think it'll be a big deal for them. So it won't be, hey, in 10 minutes we're going to tell you about Ocarina of Time remake. So
yeah, well, I mean, Star Fox, is it's kind of Metroid-ish in how very vocal online. In reality, it's not that big. The best-selling one here, you know what the best-selling Star Fox game of all time is? Star Fox 64.
It lines up. Actually, that's a great point, Sean. It is exactly like Metroid. They are pretty much the same in terms of sales. It doesn't matter when you launch them, what the install base is, it's going to sell anywhere between 1 to maybe, if you're lucky, past 3 million units. But that's what Star Fox is, anywhere between 1 million and 4 million. And it doesn't matter how big or not the install base, how good the game is or not. People will always, for decades now, people making excuses, different type of things. For even now with Metroid Prime 4, they launched it in December. Oh, well, they did. I'm like, guys, it does not matter. Metroid Prime 3 launched perfectly in 2007 on a big install base, and it reviewed 90 plus, and it sold the exact same as all the other Metroid Prime games.
Metroid's another franchise. They're like, oh yeah, that's a woman from Smash Brothers. That's pretty much it.
That was Captain Falcon for me. I thought, he's kind of I didn't realize that there was a game for him. So I get you on that. Okay, I just didn't realize. Okay, I started with the Nintendo 64. Okay, and
I know I'm saying I'm old. I'm not faulting you. I'm saying I'm old because
I am also old.
I was there day one with F-Zero. I remember getting it. My parents said, "Hey, we got this game." I didn't get it day one, but I got it shortly after at a yard sale. My dad just brought it home, and I played it, and me and my brother thought it was freaking incredible on the Super Nintendo. I love it.
Okay, so for context of why I thought that, though, is for Diddy Kong Racing, as an example, okay? They made up characters. There were certain characters that, had games attached. Obviously, Banjo's in there, so that was to help advertise Banjo-Kazooie. Conker's in there, that helps advertise Conker. Tip Top is also in Banjo-Kazooie, so that reference is there too. But for the other characters, they were just made up for the game. So when I played Super Smash Brothers, obviously I recognized Yoshi and Kirby and Pikachu and Mario, etc. But I just didn't know who Captain Falcon was, and I didn't know who Ness was. And so those were just surprise characters for me. And then that's also how I found out about Earthbound.
You wanted Timber.
Well, because I was
Timber.
Yeah, okay. So the thing is, that was how I found out that they were from games, is that you could in the menu, in the start menu, not start menu, it was when you start the game or whatever, and there's a bunch of extras sections or whatever, and I was reading through the descriptions, and it mentioned Earthbound, and I was like, oh my god, what is this? And that was my introduction.
The price for Star Fox.
There you go. Good job, John.
Price for Star Fox is $50 digital. So
and
we're
seeing
at
Walmart and Amazon.
We're seeing this trend right now continue for Nintendo, affordable games, which is
good because they just raised the price.
Bit of a curve, but yeah, that's a good
things.
It's actually good segue into the changing price.
Well, they haven't raised the price yet, but they're raising the price.
Yeah. Let me go over here. This is from Zalty. It says, "Cheers to Mina the Hollower, coming out May 29th."
Big congratulations to Yacht Club Games. Long time coming.
There it is. Chris says, OJ just finished mission 1 of Star Fox 64. It's pretty fun thus far. Speaking of the boys, I do not recommend it to RGT85. Wink, wink. And then screw LeBron.
See, so Chris the Shriner Dog, real quick, he played the original Star Fox and was like, never played it. He said he didn't like it that much, right? And then he said he never played anything else. I said, well, this is a reboot of it, and I'm telling you, it's way better because they actually gave you this thing called a reticle on Star Fox 64. The original Star Fox, there's no reticle. You have to kind of line your it's harder to shoot and everything. So Star Fox 64 is way better than the original Star Fox.
Yes. And plus, it runs at a acceptable frame rate.
Exactly. Star Fox on the Super Nintendo, dude, that's how much out of its league it was. It had an FX chip built into it, and it still lagged. Like, it still had problems.
But they also did a the 1.1 revision, which ran a little bit faster, but like nobody had any idea that there was a difference. So like I wonder if like that fucked with people at some point in time. Like if you had Star Fox at your house and you went over to a friend's house and he had the revision, and like you would be seeing it and you'd be like, why is this slightly faster? This is a little bit faster than my version. And like that's probably why there's so many like crazy people nowadays are like killing people and stuff because of that.
Wait, there's a revision in the game?
So they did a revision of that game. So like when you play the Super Nintendo Classic, you're playing the revised version of Star Fox that runs a little bit faster.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize that.
The original one's really ghetto. I mean, it read the.
Sorry, I misunderstood what Sean was saying, and I thought he was talking about the Nintendo 64 version of it, and I was like, I do not remember there being one.
Super
Nintendo, it's my fault. I misunderstood.
But back then, like frame rate being bad, it wasn't a big deal because like the graphics were crazy, and like I didn't even know what frame rate was back then. I just played. So
this is from the Portacillion Gamer says you must choose one: a solo May 1st recreation stream with Phil, a charity stream with Completionist, or a Renaissance Festival trip with the Quartering.
Oh, I'm working. I'll do it with DSP.
You're gonna Phil. Yeah.
Wait a minute, you're gonna be in the same room with them while the first burst goes on?
I mean, fuck. Oh fuck! I didn't really. God damn!
Too late. Sean's already there.
Oh Jesus! Do I? He didn't say. No, he did not say. He did not say you have to be in the same room. I could be downstairs with Jasper.
Oh man, you know what's going on.
I'm hanging out with Jasper Kitty, and I hate cats, but I would rather, deal with Jasper Kitty.
No, he's in the same room with the first one.
No, it does not say same room. So supported Sicilian, you dropped the ball there. You needed to say same room.
What is the lore with Renaissance Festival trip with the Quartering?
I have no idea.
Like I'm not getting that one.
I can tell you the lore. He's a freaking weirdo, and he was going around creeping on women and saying weird things, following, kind of like looking and streaming and like looking at women and stuff, and saying just weird, cringy, something that a 40-something-year-old should not be doing. So he got banned from that Renaissance fair. Like they found out the video and they banned his ass.
I don't even know who that is. So
banned from a Renaissance fair.
Yeah, he got his ass banned because he's being a fucking weirdo, man. Like
that's crazy. They have to come up with you in character with like the knight's armor and tell you to leave.
Yeah.
Do they?
Sir, leave my lands.
Wait, do they kick you out in character? Because that's wonderful.
I don't know if they kicked him out.
Do they have knights and they're like, "Me lord"?
Depends how dedicated to the craft they are.
Yeah, ride on a horse.
There's a documentary with June the King. There's a 4-hour documentary or 3.5 hour that dropped on Quartering. So if you want to check that out from June, he's one of the best. But yeah, that's what happened with the whole Renaissance fair.
That's crazy.
Got a fucking joust.
That's crazy.
I assume a Renaissance fair is just like medieval times because I've never been to one.
Okay,
I
so
won't go to one, but I will
one
go
is
to a
going
medieval
on
times.
in California right now, and I have never been because every time my friends go and they invite me, like I'm either going out of town for work or like I don't know, I have like a wedding or something I have to go to, and so I have never gone, but apparently they're really cool and fun when you're not weird to people.
Probably a lot of busty wenches there, I would imagine.
Maybe. I don't know.
And like, do you get like the chicken leg like you get at medieval times?
Turkey leg.
Yeah, you get the mutton legs.
Yeah, that's fucking. Bro, why are there not more medieval times in the world?
That's a good question.
I'm pretty sure I've had this conversation on this very podcast.
I feel like it's not an effective business model. You got to keep the horses. You got to like maintain all that. Someone gets hit by something. That's a pretty big payout.
Where's like the closest one?
For medieval times, I've gone.
Jersey, isn't there one in
for
Jersey?
us? Yeah, there's probably one. I think it's hour half.
There's one in Anaheim for us over here. So
There's one.
Yeah,
It's one in Baltimore, Maryland.
Yeah, I think that's the one I went to. When I was a kid.
I see New Jersey. Yeah.
Oh, Jay, you're right. I think I went to that one. It's like
I went to that one like
one in Toronto.
I went to one like 20 years ago. I went to that. It was I think early 2000s. I went to that.
10 years ago. I had my birthday party there, and it was really fun.
Also, there's alternate versions so they don't oversaturate. There's like a pirate one as well.
No. I need the fucking I need jousting, and
I forgot about the pirate one. I need to go to that.
I went to the one in Kissimmee, Florida with my parents. I remember that. Or maybe near Kissimmee. And then they fucking got a timeshare. They got conned into one. And I was like, we're never going to use this. But it was cool because they had an arcade there. And the guy gave me like a thing of coins. And he was like, here you go. And it was like a whole big jug of it. He was like, I'm going to talk to your parents. And I was like, all right. And they had a Die Hard arcade in there. So I sat there and I beat Die Hard arcade. It was a good day.
From Gyron Design says, new Trauma Center game with mouse controls for Switch 2. Make it happen, Atlas. That would actually be a good use case for that, yeah.
I'd be down.
Floating says, in my opinion, Sony Xbox will push cloud gaming as an entry level option for those who don't have $800 plus for a console. They have done a lot to improve performance. It has gotten better. It has, but it's still like not native experience. I don't know. It's tough to rely on that. Rich Retro says, I was dirt poor in the 90s, had a computer in my room.
Okay, Richie Rich over here. Okay, it's one of those things when you when you go to someone's house. No, okay.
I'm saying you're right. I'm saying you're right.
Okay, thank you. Because I was like, it's like one of those things where like you go to your friend's house and you're like, whoa, you have a computer in your room and like that's crazy, and they have like the on-brand Lunchables and stuff.
Bro, real talk. I remember during that time frame, my dad was a district manager, I want to say, at Boston Market, and we went to one of his manager's houses because like they invited us over for dinner or whatever. We pull up to their house. Their house is way nicer than ours. I'm like, doesn't this guy work for you? And then we go inside the house, and then he had a son who looked kind of like Chucky, ginger kid, and they all kind of look the fucking same. And he was like, "Oh, come upstairs. We'll go to my room." And so we,
Nothing.
Gingers don't have a soul. It's fine. So we go upstairs and we went into his room and he had a PC, and that was the first time I had ever played Doom. I was like, "What is this?" And he was like, "Yeah, I got a computer." I remember that ride home. I was like, "This man is underneath your tutelage as a store manager, yet they have a nicer house, and this kid has a computer. What's going on?" And that was probably my first sign that I should have gotten that my stepdad, not the very best with money, but
oh my god. And on that note, I have to head out for tonight. So thanks, guys.
Bye, Celia.
It was fun hanging out
Celia.
with you. Bye.
Bye, Celia.
Bye.
Let's see. This is from Kitty. Says Star Fox proves it that Galaxy belongs to us furries. Well, you do have the
no. I'm gonna say no.
Furry cam now. So
no.
And if you want to play online with me, John, you better fucking turn your furry cam on.
Apparently,
if we're gonna do it, we're gonna do it right. No half-assing.
Johnny says, looking forward to Mina. Thanks, Celia.
You're welcome.
Varang, happy Spawncast. Let's see. Saros is fun. Started from Biome 1 and obliterated Biome 5's boss easy. Also, Banjo is awesome. Got it on my SD.
Easy peasy.
Let's see. Ellenhorn says, John driving down the road to a 9.5 listening to 3.6. Nah. RGT, that other zoo changed owners and sucks now. Wife saw Lego Batman, told me next go up.
The one in wait, what are we talking about? Zoos? Are you talking about that one that was like in Cameron, North Carolina?
You mentioned, I think, last time, yeah.
The animal sanctuary where like they had all sorts of you walked in and like they had just like this big, like it was indoors and they had like all these gators and shit in like this water enclosure, and you look down over them and shit. That place was fucking awesome. Oh, he
Daniel
said,
says,
fuck,
yeah.
That sucks.
Daniel says a $765 million drop from 3.6 billion is really bad, right? Man, people are ready. Get ready for this one. Jeez. Okay. Yeah. So, well, let's actually move over because we'll come back to Nintendo with their financials and then the Switch 2 price increase, since that was kind of all done all at the same time. Similar to Sony, who had a lot to say as well. We did get their financial report covering their last fiscal quarter, which then, of course, rolled the entire fiscal year. And so they sold this past Q4. It was down from the last Q4. they moved 1.5 million PlayStation 5 systems. I'll admit that was lower than I was expecting. I thought they were going to move more than that by at least, I thought they would do maybe 2 million, and 1.5 million, little less. Sounds like they're still trying to figure out how they're going to approach GTA 6 with the current RAM crunch that's going on. But the thing that really hurt them, because it knocked down their operating income bad, was the write-down of Bungie. So they have an impairment loss, basically depreciating the value of the asset or assets within Bungie, because they bought them for $3.6 billion. And they knocked it down so far up to this point, like as mentioned here, more than $750 million. Now 765 is mentioned here. $765 million write-down. That is really bad. It's astoundingly bad, actually. That's. It seems like they did indeed, as I think everyone kind of figured, overpaid for Bungie, and it has not worked out. And it always kind of felt like a knee-jerk reaction to the live service stuff, because they almost felt desperate. This move did, to do something in live service to the point where they spend more than $3 billion on Bungie, who was worth nowhere near that. And I will at least give Microsoft credit. They evaluated this correctly and passed on Bungie, but fortunately for Sony, they took a swing and it did not work out. Go ahead, Radic.
Bring the dog in the room.
No, he's just getting too excited. Why did they buy it, Bungie, bro? I saw, like, that's the question. It's like, what did Jim Ryan and Herman Hulst?
Well, their reasoning was they were great with live service stuff up till that point because of Destiny, and then they figured it would factor into all their other games. They'd have them help out, which,
yeah, like, I don't know. I don't know if you saw this, John. There's like an article on Push Square asking if, like, was Bungie the worst acquisition in Sony history?
Was Bungie the worst?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it would have to be.
Yeah.
Even with Firewalk, I know they made Concord and like that bomb, but like there's a difference between investing $300 to $400 million in a project in a developer versus 3.6 billion. You know, that's like a massive difference.
Well, I think it's because the value they thought they were getting with Bungie versus what they did, because it wasn't, as all the stuff mentioned, it wasn't just what Bungie had, it was their expertise to also help them through. It was kind of like, hey, let's buy them and jump ahead so many years of trial and error and failing to get games to market because of this or that with live services, because you got to learn through basically doing in that case. Hey, Bungie knows, let's bring them in. They, again, based on the reports that were coming out, they talk with Naughty Dog, and they work to shelve Last of Us Online and
expertise.
And yeah, the problem is, I would go, you know what? They must be experts, because, man, look at Marathon. It's doing crazy numbers, right? Or Destiny 2 can't be stopped. And that's just not the case. It kind of looks like they don't know what to do with live service.
You're out of touch. Out of time.
There's this idea that, like, current Bungie is like, they're not equipped to support Marathon and make a potential new Destiny game, right? Because, like, unfortunately, with like the depreciating asset news story that came out, like there's probably gonna be layoffs at that Bungie, unfortunately, which really sucks to say. But that would not be a surprising headline to see, right? And if that happens, it's like, what do they do next? Do they just continue doing, like, just taking off members of Bungie and spinning off like other studios, like they're doing with Team LFG, because they're making a live service game? So I don't know. I like, where do you see Marathon in a year?
I'd be surprised if at this a year they would have to have figured out something crazy to bring this thing to the levels.
I think it's still going to be around. I think it's still going to be around.
Buried next to me in a year. Come on,
it'll just be where they do less updates, where they do less updates, where they do less stuff for the game, probably.
Yeah, but like that's the thing. If in 1 year, if that's like, all right, we're sunsetting Marathon, then like it's kind of like why this project was like,
they got to work on Destiny.
Why'd you do
right?
it? You know,
they've got to do Destiny next. I don't think there's any. You can't just get rid of them. They're way too big of an acquisition to just get rid of them. So that you've got to do Destiny. You got to do what you know is going to be a surefire hit or the closest thing to a surefire hit. So they
They
got
do
it. They
keep-
got to get ready.
They do
and get
keep
Destiny
writing them
done.
down. Like
It's not going to stop,
700
right? They will keep writing them down.
I think they're going to keep writing them down. Yeah, but I think the move has to be right now. It sounds bad because it'll be a while, but you got to start working on Destiny 3.
Yeah, like you got to get it done. And then now you have AI that's coming in that can help. Right now they went full in on AI. So
I feel like they've pissed off enough of the community from Destiny 2 that I don't know if they hop on, and I don't know if they're grabbing new people. Like I
agree, but I'm just saying that's the only course. Like, what's the course to fix things? That's the only course that I see because Marathon's not working.
But think about like when Destiny 2 first came out, the gaming landscape, the variety of games versus now. You know what I'm saying? I don't know that it's going to be a surefire success based on the name alone, especially nowadays with games as a service seeming like, there's more and more casualties, there's more and more issues. Like, yeah, the name recognition will get you somewhere, but like Evan said, they've kind of upset a lot of the core base who would be like your early adopter. Because the thing about these games as a service games, especially nowadays, is they don't have much time to waste. You don't have time to build up an audience anymore because the budgets are becoming so big for them. Look at your High Guard. High Guard had all the pomp and circumstance in the world, lasted a couple weeks. Like, I just feel like the era of the success of games like Destiny and stuff like that is that window is kind of closing quite a bit.
Any slip-ups you make over the course of it get remembered. I mean, they're not going to forget that they basically deleted the entire beginning of Destiny 2 after a patch. That some of the updates drastically made the game so imbalanced that nobody really wanted to play it in any capacity. Like, you look at that and then you think like, oh, Destiny 3, it's gonna be more of that shit. I don't think we want to play that again. I don't want to put the investment in of 200 hours in a game. You guys are gonna be like, we released a new power and it's so much better than anything you have, so you're all gonna need it. It's like, all right, man.
And like everyone's been saying, like, oh, they could have like their No Man's Sky moment where like there's like a huge comeback, but like the difference is like No Man's Sky's development cost and team size were significantly lower than what Bungie is dealing with.
And
plus,
that's all.
like,
sorry,
go ahead, John.
Sorry, no,
go
go
ahead.
Go. No, I was just gonna say, that's all they have is No Man's Sky. You live and die off that. You don't have backing from a big company and stuff like that. And then once again, think of how long it took for them to get there. It was like they had to survive. I don't think Sony looks at Bungie as a company where it's like, okay, well, this isn't worth the money anymore. Let's just fucking, get rid of them, just shut them down, relocate some of the good people. And
they can't shut Bungie down. Like there's no way that big of an acquisition. Like you'd look silly.
And there's still talent there that you can siphon out, like Team LFG, just make like smaller studios from that.
Yeah, but even if you don't get rid of the name, they've already gotten rid of how many people?
It's
company? Like you're already a shell of yourself.
Exactly. It's like Rare, people when they Rare. It's like, bro,
look out! What the hell? Well, Rare's made money for Microsoft, so you can't say it's necessarily the same situation.
Well, no,
but it's for everyone who's like, where's Banjo? And it's like, it's never coming back.
Well, I was saying that Rare maybe should have been shut down. Like, no, Rare shouldn't.
No. I wasn't saying that. I was saying when people think of a game from Rare, especially if they're older, a lot of us go back to the heyday of Rare, and Rare is a completely different company. At least they're making money with stuff like Sea of Thieves, though.
Yeah, exactly.
Even though they had that other game that got canceled.
So
Everwild, yeah.
So so that's what I'm saying. Like, what is the scenario? Like, what's the, like I said, there's only, you got to do something. It looks like Marathon's not the future. So I mean, like, I get what
that's
Evan's
the thing,
saying,
OG. I don't know what they do because like,
you got to do Destiny 3 and just hope and pray that it works. That's what I'm saying. Like, you just got to hope and pray it works.
Well, and the thing with Marathon is like with Fortnite, like it launched as a paid product, Save the World. That didn't work out. They quickly pivoted to free to play mode, Battle Royale. That changed gaming history. Marathon. I don't know if it has the luxury of like I don't know if like Marathon can release like a free to play game mode that would like save the game. I just don't see that happening because it's so hardcore of a game, which I actually really respect and like. I like that Bungie decided to make, all right, this game is hardcore and you just got to deal with it. Unfortunately, the budget of that game was like $250 million.
Yeah, it was too much.
Yeah.
Yep.
So.
Yep. I mean, I almost wonder if we get to where you mentioned them pulling like different like talent from Bungie and kind of integrating it into PlayStation with a more internal studio. I almost wonder if they just do that slowly because Bungie always ain't like doing incubation projects. Like there's that Gummy Bears one apparently that they brought within Sony and
Team LG.
I almost wonder if they're just going to keep doing that over time and eventually Bungie is skeleton crew maybe to hold up Marathon for a year or Destiny 2 and that's kind of their job and that's it. And they're just significantly smaller then.
So imagine this in the future, John, since you're a Halo fan, you see like the Bungie logo, it fades to black, and then you see the red eyes and the Hellgas come out. And it's like, oh, Bungie's making a Killzone game. Oh shit, would that move the needle for you? Or,
yeah, I think so. Yeah, that's honestly, if that was
Evan, come on, Evan.
Why?
I want a Killzone back, but if they're already a dead skeleton crew, what are we doing?
Exactly.
Bring in new talent, bring in better people.
Wait, hold up though.
You're getting hyped on the company name.
So if it's the company,
like gameplay is good though.
Wait, hold up.
Yeah,
they can do the gameplay. They can nail the gameplay, and you don't need as much resources and as big of a team to make. Like, let's just say you make a confined Killzone game with a normal multiplayer. Everything doesn't have to be fudging 5 billion years of live service.
Capcom multiplayer is totally
just
fine.
like a normal multiplayer with a few different modes, and you just make it a normal game for like $60 and like a 7 to 15-hour campaign. That could
What
work.
do you think this is?
Like,
Star Fox on the Switch 2?
Yeah, but also, why does it need to be Bungie? Or like, do you just get like 50 people together, put them in Bungie, or just put it under the name,
regardless,
and then just make the game? It doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah, well, Bungie has they know how to make shooting gameplay. That's one thing that you can say about Bungie, that their shooting gameplay is pretty good.
It's pretty mid, yeah.
You don't? Okay.
I think it's good. I think the shooting's good.
I mean, I loved when they were breaking away from Microsoft. They're like, we really just don't want to make Halo anymore, so we're gonna make a Halo MMO, and like that was just what they did, and it's just the same fucking thing over and over again.
And if the gameplay is so good, then what's the disconnect? Why aren't people playing Marathon?
I think it's the fact that you can spend 2 hours playing Marathon and get nowhere.
Yeah, it's the progression, but it's also the fact that it's $40 and the competition. The competition is ferocious right now, man. Like everybody's time, it's the competition, it's the stresses of life, it's the fact that everything costs money, everything's more expensive. People are just really getting cynical about video games. Like as soon as you see some people are already angry from the jump, they're already looking at ways to tell you that this game is ass. Every single time, people are so cynical in today's day, man. Like even if the game is good, sometimes it just might get buried by people just being, I hate life, I hate video games, I hate everything, and this game is not good enough for me to spend my precious life that I might not even be alive now, like alive in like a few.
They keep pressing like F5ing the Steam chart page, it's like refreshing over and over again, looking at the numbers. It's like, okay, bro.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, look at the point of like the stupidity that people are doing, like some real loser shit, right? But that's where we've gotten at this point.
The Steam charts thing's always been a thing because you're playing a live service game, you're putting hours in, you want to make sure it's going to be there when you're still putting hours in. So watching Marathon drop from 88,000 to 12 is like downtrend. Do you want to be on that train?
No,
I don't know.
What Radix talked about is like the weirdos that were never going to do it from, like never going to give the game.
It causes optical damage, is what I'm saying. That might deter people, normal people, from trying the game. If that's all I'm saying.
So like OJ and Mixtape. Fuck, I've been trying to get that joke out for like 2 minutes now. Jesus.
OJ and what do you mean?
What? Did you call the game an industry plant?
I said.
Did you play the game, OJ? Did you give the game a chance? Damn it!
I said it seems like an industry plant based off the information. There's like a really rich person that handled the game, and all of a sudden they have all this licensed music, and everybody in the world is saying 10 out of 10. I said it seems.
Oh, okay.
And I said that it could be still a good game. I said it could still be a good game.
Nice fern.
Oh, Evan, one thing I do want to ask you, I want to get your opinion on this. There's like World of Warcraft has World of Warcraft Classic, right?
Yeah.
Do you think they could do Destiny 1 Classic, and would that move the needle at all? Or no?
It depends on how they do it, because it didn't like hit as hard. So if you already know that
PC port, right?
Yeah. No, I don't think so.
That could be good.
Because
PC port for Destiny 1 Classic.
I don't know if people pick it up though.
Like a mass reset for Destiny, and it's
the
like
main
goes
reason
back to square one.
The main reason people did it for World of Warcraft was just because of the concept of the reset that also involved interesting remixes. Because I think they did a mode where you like find abilities rather than learn them. Like they did like crazy weird seasons and stuff. But this is Blizzard. That's a ton of people. This is Marathon, or this is Bungie. They're holding on by a thread. Like, what are they going to be able to do that?
That's an interesting idea, because I feel like the reason people don't get into Destiny 2 now, like aren't going to go back to it, is because there's so much content that not only comes out but then gets locked away. And so it's almost like, where do I even start? If they went, hey, Bungie Classic, like you mentioned, Radic, we're going back to day 0 and we're going to reintroduce this. It's some stuff we learned from Destiny 2.
Get Peter Dinklage back as the bot.
Is it still going to involve you have to go to the website to learn the lore because there's no lore in the game?
Maybe that's something else they work out. But I actually, that's not a terrible idea if they could do, if that's something they turn around a bit faster than, hey, let's make Destiny 3 right now and we'll see you in 5 or 6 years. Yeah,
nice little nostalgia play, you know. Not
yeah, because that's the thing. Bungie, I don't know. Bungie's not really, I don't think, equipped now to tell people within Sony what a good live service concept is anymore.
Yeah, definitely not. Dude, like the announcement. Remember, the first sentence is like, "We want to make one thing clear: Bungie will remain an independent, multi-platform studio within our family." And then, literally, like a year later, it's like, "Nope, they're in the PlayStation Studios umbrella now." It's like, yeah.
Well, you spent all that money.
Basically. Were you trying to say something, Evan?
I can't remember.
Okay, we're all over the place. It was like 30 seconds ago. I was checking. So. Oh, and also I do want to point out, we did get word from Sony that they will be exploring AI more. Hiroki Todoki did explain that they would be doing a lot of research and development in AI, as they do believe it'll strengthen their development pipeline, and they're doing this with Bandai Namco.
Yeah, so this was actually news a few months ago. Kind of went under the radar because like they mentioned their partnership with Bandai Namco. Of course, they had like Freedom Wars Remastered, Patapon 1+2 Replay, Everybody's Golf Hot Shots as games they licensed to them. And they also had like the little blip, and we're also exploring an AI partnership with them. And at the time, I'm like, oh no. And then
Game Developer of the Year is not going to be happy about that.
Yeah, dude. And like I see this, it's kind of like I feel uneasy about it, to be honest, because like the fact that they're so forward facing about it, like it's literally in their presentation. They have like cool graphics, not cool, but they have graphics and stuff. Like they're very excited to talk about this.
Yeah, so people can huck more money at them. A lot of investors are doing that whenever the word
AI
AI pops up.
Mm-hmm.
And didn't Tom Henderson say that like every company is using it now, which is kind of like Capcom and Ubisoft?
Yeah, but that's also a little like kind of light, because it's like, yeah, if you Google something in your building, you've used AI.
Yeah. Like what is it? There's different forms of AI. AI at its core is called artificial intelligence. AI has been in games forever. When people think of AI, they think of this like more generative AI and stuff like that. But you can't lump all AI into one thing. I don't feel like you can, because companies have been using forms of AI for decades now to make games. It's just this new wave, the new, the data centers and all that shit. Obviously, that's a completely different beast, but I that to me just seems like a very broad statement to make, and you're not actually breaking down, okay, well, what are they actually doing? Like, are they getting rid of people and they're going, they're generating art, generating assets, generating worlds based on AI instead of a human input? Or is it something, completely small that has nothing to do with anything?
Oh, you want to know the breakdown? Sorry, you want to know the? They said what they're going to use it for. Like what? It's definitely generative AI.
Well, no, I was saying for Tom Henderson and his thing of saying all the companies are using AI. It's like, okay, I mean, everyone on this panel has used AI. If you use a fucking phone or your Google engine or something, because Gemini is like, hey, you fucker, is this what you're looking for?
He did give some examples while Nishino was talking about this, mentioning that within their studios, game developers are automating repetitive workloads, improving software engineering productivity, and accelerating areas like quality assurance, 3D modeling, and animations. through AI powered tools. And the examples that were given was they created a tool we call Mockingbird that quickly animates 3D facial models based on the performance capture. And importantly, we're not replacing human performers, but rather optimizing how we process the data from these live captures. With Mockingbird, animation work that would have taken hours can now be completed in a fraction of a second. And he also named Naughty Dog, San Diego Studio, Santa Monica. Like, these just going around and just name dropping all these.
And Neil Druckmann's like, yeah, what the fuck, bro?
Wait, San Diego. Did a lot of Pierce comment on that?
No, San Diego's the MLB team.
They don't
Santa Monica is
Santa Monica.
Santa Monica.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry.
San Diego studio did the MLB The Show. And so, I mean, I get why they're probably, if it's all like a lot of motion capture stuff, or even honestly for them, statistics and all the things they have to run for any of their baseball games. I get it. That's the thing. I think any company right now that is for profit is probably researching AI and if it can help them develop or save money. I mean, they say it's going to allow them to accelerate development cycles, and that's the key thing that everyone complains about.
They got to make sure they got to make sure they thread that needle. I feel like every 2 or 3 months I hear about a company where the AI is like, I got this, I'll make this easy, and then just deletes everything in their entire server base. And it's like, now there's nothing for me to look up, fuckers.
If they can get this right, though, I can just see Naughty Dog like jumping head, like skydiving into this shit. So that we can finally make a game in a generator. I can see them using this shit, bro, because I don't know. It says AI performance capture, facial animation, hair animation, racing agent, NPCs with their own personalities, upscaling, repetitive workflows, QA. These are the type of things that probably bog
the AAA game.
You know, that
right
bog
#ITP, baby.
That bogs so much stuff down. So, like, listen, the switch up on AI is going to be fast and it is going to be clear because now Sony's getting into it. Everyone's gonna be like, well, it's needed. It's not going to be looked at as bad now. Even
my worst case scenario is like, you know, DLSS 5 had that weird face filter thing. Imagine PS6, PSSR 3, and you see Kratos and you see that slide go over him.
I don't think it's going to be like that.
And he just looks like a real life human being. Or he looks like he does in the Amazon show. It's like, oh no.
NVIDIA, they looking for they fishing right now because their DLSS is so advanced at this point, but their PSSR just kind of started up, so it's doing okay for itself right now. I don't see them going that far, man. But yeah, that would be hilarious. But yeah, the switch up is going to be crazy because you're going to get games quicker, probably a bit faster.
That's gonna be the wild thing when they're all using it. We're still getting like 6 to 10 year turnaround
time.
That's the thing, yeah, what's happening? Why are you...
I've heard this song and dance before. Like Mark Cerny at the beginning of the PS4 generation and PS5 generation. Oh, we're gonna make games like the tech power in this technology is gonna make games come out quicker. Nope.
PS4, it may be a little bit. You can say that. Yeah, PS5, hell no. But like PS4. A little bit, yeah. I mean,
PS4 compared to PS3, not like Naughty Dog only released 2 games, and then
you can't compare. PS3 was legendary output.
Yeah,
so it's like they were definitely desperate too. So there was also a little bit of a different mindset, but they would just take the same games and just reuse the assets over and over, and like still just put out games. It was quicker though back then.
It was great.
It was great. Yeah, it was fantastic. It was great to get all the Uncharted's and all that. It was so good. Mass Effect. We got how many? 2007, 2010, 2012. We got 3 Mass Effects.
3 Resistance games, a shit ton of Ratchet games, Killzone games, Little Big Planet, Motor Storm Trilogy. Come on.
There was always something new. Every year there was at least 3 or 4 bangers, just at the minimum, if not more, you know, like just to play from Sony. So interesting.
Yeah, we'll see how that turns. I mean, again, a lot of these companies are going to be researching and trying this stuff out. So I'm sure each one will eventually talk more and more about generative AI. So I wouldn't, if anyone out there, I think I said this, I don't know, what was it, a year and a half ago? Don't make any absolute statements about AI. Like, I'll never play a game that's used AI to create it.
Yeah, because I didn't do any. No, I didn't do all. I didn't go all crazy.
I know someone who did. I know someone who did.
It wasn't me.
I didn't say it was you. So no one on this panel.
Oh, okay.
I said it then, and I had a feeling, hey, these for-profit companies, man, it's gonna be too enticing when you get the world promised for generative AI. They're gonna try it, and you're gonna play a game, not know there's generative AI used, and you'll find out 2 years later and be like, oh, that'll be that. So there you go.
Who said it though, Sean?
Game Developer of the Year.
Is this the super chat? One They did talk about PS6, and they said like
Yes.
they are like. I was confident that this would come out next year, and after these comments, I'm like, I don't. Maybe early 2028.
They don't seem to know when it's gonna. They said again, we're still trying to figure this out, but they are investing. Their R&D is there. Like there's a jump in R&D spending, obviously, and they say it's like, hey, it's next gen. Like they're spending money right now on next gen, and you're right. The problem is though, with everything that's happening with RAM cost, and we'll talk about Nintendo here soon with their own price increase because they actually got somewhat specific with it. We're seeing a jump that I'm a little surprised at some of the numbers when we do hear like it's quite high, and it makes sense now why Valve is going, hey, the Steam machine, someday that'll be a thing. It's so expensive. So I think about the PS6 and the rumored 24 to 30 gigabytes of GDDR7. That's insanity. That'd be so expensive right now.
What are you talking, John? Cards. The all the leakers said it's going to be like $600 reduce for the PlayStation 6.
I don't
tune into my video tomorrow, pal. We got a nice 15-minute breakdown of everything.
Okay. I don't know if Sony even cares to lose money on this thing anymore. Like it seems like their business model's kind of become, people are kind of used to spending more money on these things now. So maybe the PS6 will slot in where the PS5 Pro is, and the PS5 Pro will just fade away, and then you got a nice little $800.
How's that PS5 Pro selling since the price increase?
I don't know.
It's probably not moving well.
The numbers we got here for this fiscal year, obviously before the price. I mean, we'll find out, I guess, at some point in the future if they decide to even tell us a breakdown. They might not. But it's, I don't know. The PS6 is going to be
we have a little bit of an
different business strategies, maybe different approaches to selling it. And someone said, I think Ryan mentioned, maybe like cell phone plans. I'm like, oh wow, that's where we are.
They'll do like the layaway, like the Xbox 360,
Dude. The Rent-A-Centers.
Oh man,
Aaron's about to make a comeback in the modern era.
Yeah, the layaway program for it, man. Like that's what they're gonna do. Or the trade-in program, trade in your PS5, you get a built-in amount. They got to do something because the prices aren't going down, man. Like, listen, let me real quick before we get to the next thing. Y'all got to realize that this is not a politics stream, but I'm telling you right now, the people that make the rules do not like this shit. They do not, and they are not letting up. I'll just give you guys a right. It ain't gonna get better until about another 3 years, potentially, and even then, you don't even know. And even then, you don't know. Silicon Valley, California, where I live, they're not letting up, bro. Nobody's letting up. So people keep saying, "Oh, wait till they normalize." Bro, this shit ain't normalizing. And if it is, we're lucky. We are lucky because, like I said, the people in power do not like this stuff, man. They're trying to take it down a peg, bro. I know it sounds kind of tinfoil hat-ish, but trust me, it's not. They don't like the gaming industry. They don't. They literally don't. And there's a lot of things that are being done to make sure this shit gets held back to where these prices are like this, bro. Like just straight up. It really is, man. And it sucks. It really, really, really sucks. So
I did ask good old Twitter X about what would be a good idea for the PSX controller, because that would be one of the things that would set it apart from
Boomerang
the PS5. At this point, that's what we see is like they change up the controller and add things to it. Radic, you said pressure sensitive buttons coming back.
That was mainly a joke, but because I really couldn't think of anything else. Like, I think the DualSense is perfect.
Battery life keeps getting thrown around. A micro display on the controller.
Just improve the battery life. That's it. That's all they need to do is just
maybe back buttons as like a proper
back buttons. Yeah,
back buttons, battery life, and maybe I think the trackpad is just all one button, right? Maybe segment it into two separate clickable buttons. So, and I'm nitpicking. I don't give a damn. But just that'd be the only thing. And battery life is the main thing for me. That's like the number one thing. Just improve the battery life.
I was thinking the back buttons being just by default, out of the factory, so they know everybody has back buttons, so they can design that into games. So if you have like a Steam Deck, the top of the joysticks can detect when you're touching them. So maybe even something like that, where they could play around with like passive touch on the top of the joysticks. I don't know if they would put more into the touchpay. People are saying like TMR sticks, like that. That'd be cool just for fighting
TMR
drift.
sticks.
How about this? See these face buttons?
Yeah.
What if they add another one, like a new shape?
So you can keep accidentally hitting it when you're in
Yeah,
tense
yeah.
moments in
you-
games.
You know what?
might
You know what
accidentally
button
hit
they
it.
are going to add, Radic? There's going to be an AI assist button on that.
Oh
thing.
no! Oh,
It's
my
just gonna
God.
say beat this shit for me, and then
Dude,
I'm
you know what
telling
they should
you,
do
dude.
with that button? They should do it like with the NSL. Like there's an NSL button on the Switch 2 controller, or like the voice chat button. They should make
There
like
is.
an AI button that you can only use if you have a PS Plus subscription.
Yeah.
I think that would go over super well with everybody.
I bet it'll be some kind of like, large language model that's built in with the little MPU they have on the board. And you can just ask
Do
it
you
all
think
kinds
it'll
of stuff.
Speak out of the controller like with an Astrobot voice or
Ah,
something.
would they? Yeah, because you have a speaker on the control. Maybe because they would.
Oh,
maybe they don't want it to
Yeah,
come
they
out
had
of
that
the TV
patent with like
speakers.
the AI podcast, right? Maybe it's like an AI, like making it sound like Nathan Drake or make it sound like Joel
Oh,
Miller.
yeah. I'm sure they would have all kinds of voices that you can pick from. Like Siri has, I don't know, like 5 or 6 different voices, something like that. But then maybe they do iconic characters they have.
Yeah.
But yes, that would be one of the things, and I feel like they would hype that up big time. An AI assistant
then
built in.
You see the MSRP on that. It's like, oh, what? 99 USD for a controller? What? It's like, yeah,
Mhm.
that's
Yep.
what it's going to be.
Yeah, the
Voiced
controller
by
probably
Chris
$100.
Pratt.
Yeah. Yep. That'll be fun.
Cool, some
Let's
super chats
see.
here.
This is from Toasty. Says, since Atlas likes to cross-gen games, by the time Persona 6 comes out, it might be on PS4, PS5, and PS6. Probably will be.
That's-
Probably will be.
I think
Dude,
they're done
Digital
with
Foundry is going to cook once that game happens. That AAA game that releases on PS4,
All
PS5,
three.
PS6. Oh, they're going to eat so well, man.
Shoka says, RGT, how did you like? Oh, Player Essence review of Xenoblade Chronicles X. How do you like? Oh, again, they said it again. How did you like OJ's review?
I liked it. It was very satisfying.
Thank you.
Okay, good. David says, Duck Side of the Moon is an indie with a cute message. There you go. Casual Noob Gamer says, DSP update. Furukawa is watching DSP according to RGT.
I could see it.
Tanner says, hope they release Star Fox Assault on NSO. I wouldn't mind them just doing like they showed Star Fox Adventures in the.
They skipped
That'd be
over
cool.
Assault though.
I thought it was
know.
weird when they pulled up Star Fox Adventures. Like, oh, they're gonna announce it for NSO. No,
And they just kept it
Just
moving.
showing
They
ya.
just keep moving along. Yeah.
I think they might announce
Okay.
it, but yeah, I think they might announce it for NSO. There's no reason to bring that game up. There was zero reason to bring that game up.
Yeah,
in
that was weird.
presentation. It was just weird.
Miyamoto just wanted to remind everyone, yeah, I stole this game. Go fuck yourself.
You just picture
Smoking
Miyamoto sitting in the. Do you picture him like sitting in the back with like the half shadow over him, like smoking, like all the way in the back of the room?
No, he just like walked in there and was like, what the fuck are y'all doing? I just got finished smoking crack at Argonaut. And they were like, oh, we're working on Dinosaur Planet for the Nintendo 64. And he looked at that. He's like, nah, that's a GameCube game. I know y'all motherfuckers are about to leave from Microsoft. We're putting this on GameCube. It's going to be your final game for us. Thank you very much. And you know what? I'm going to make it a Star Fox game. And they were like, no, we've got all these characters and lore and stuff like that. He's like, no, it's a Star Fox game. Y'all are still our bitch for now. And that's exactly how it went down. I time traveled. I was in the room.
at some point did he like jump over a desk and slap someone or?
Yeah,
No,
someone looked at him cockeyed.
No, he doesn't jump over. He upends tea tables. So he actually upends the tea table, then comes at them. That's true lore, by the way. The tea table being upended.
Ah, Jeffrey
crazy. He's
Tucker. I see. I
Crazy
see.
motherfucker, man.
Have you heard of Mike from Beaver, Pennsylvania? No, I don't think so.
No, you got to read his full name, John.
Oh,
I
I read last names. It's Hunt Mike, right?
No, it's the other way.
From
This is like the
Beaver?
oldest trick in the book. This is like the oldest trick in the book. Nice one. Nice try, though, Jeffrey.
Abaddon says Star Fox being $50 is crazy. I'm all in. That's
Make
good price.
You use my Amazon affiliate link. That'll make funny.
Thank you. TJ says, is it me or does Fox sound a little like his personality from the movie, at least in English, in one of the cutscenes?
His movie personality is definitely exaggerated compared
Yeah.
to his game personality.
He's more cartoony in the movie.
yeah.
You're what's up.
So
Casual Gamer says Nintendo gave no time and showed movie copyright footage for Star Fox Direct. Expect same Ocarina of Time remake.
So
yeah,
I
okay.
did it-
That was pretty-
When all that shit happened, Brett sent me the link that it was happening, and I was like,
Mhm.
I don't have any time. I don't know what I'm gonna do. So I was just like, okay, well, I'll just watch it and I'll live react to it. It's only 15 minutes long. That's not too long of a video. And when they started, oh, here's a clip from the movie. and as I'm recording it, I'm like, they're gonna copyright claim this. I'm cutting it out. And then I just cut straight to it. I'm like, yeah, I don't trust it. And then I saw all these people who were like, oh, my stream got taken down. I was like,
Yep, mine did too. I just what did I do? I actually just scrubbed it. I scrubbed it. I just scrubbed it and then just put it on unlisted and just did a separate video where I just cut the reaction without it. So
Extra says, funny how we got a Star Fox 64 remake announced out of nowhere. A bit after that fan PC recomp of Star Fox 64 hit the waves. Kind of reminds me a little what happened with AM2R and 3DS Metroid 2 remake. That Star Fox recomp works great on the Vita, by the way.
Yikes. FBI is right there.
It says, Indie Rex for y'all, easy delivery company, play as a cat making deliveries in a mysterious snowed-in town. Arctic eggs, you cook eggs and other items to earn your freedom with an OST that is euphoric.
Can I freeze the cat so that he doesn't move?
Tanner says, I think most of the character redesigns of the Star Fox remake look good, but the legs are quite jarring to look at. It's the legs. Spyro says, I would love a Wes Anderson, fantastic Mr. Star Fox. Let's see. This is Toasty. Says, is there any downside to buying a back-compat Wii U for Wii games? Should I just buy a Wii? Depends if you also want to play GameCube games on it, I guess. But the Wii U has HDMI out right out of the box, so it makes it a little easier.
And it's very easy to hack a Wii U, and you could do a lot of shit with it. So,
Slump says, happy Star Fox back, but can't help but feel slightly disappointed. That's basically just Star Fox 64 again. We are never leaving the Lilat system.
I gotta ask the question to this guy. He needs to answer it. Did you buy? And I said this on my stream. Did you buy Star Fox Assault? Did you buy Star Fox Command? If you didn't help, you're part of the reason why. So we all just need to relax. Let us take care of it.
Hey, can I go on a quick aside right now?
Let us take care of it so we can get this shit. Don't do. I don't care if you're disappointed or not. You can be disappointed, but we all need to take care of this before this gets Kid Icarus. Okay. So
here's the thing. Maybe you can explain this to me, OJ, as the resident Nintendo YouTuber here. What is this revisionist history with all these people saying that Star Fox Command is the best Star Fox game?
That's people on crack or the people that never actually played the game.
I have seen so many
Star
people.
Fox Command.
I've seen people say Assault is the best. Whatever. That's your nostalgia talking.
Okay, I can see
Star
that.
Fox Command just blows my fucking mind because I bought that game on day one and like it's all right. You know, it was just different.
It's just people who probably never actually even like I'm telling you, a lot of these people are bots. These people on Twitter and stuff, they're either bots or they're not people because like you start asking them questions. I've actually interacted with some of these people that are saying these things, and I say, when did you play it? Show me. They can't say or show anything. They're just talking. So that's really what's going on right now. We got a lot of revisionists. We got a lot of fake concerned fans with Star Fox that weren't there for Assault, weren't there for Command, weren't there for Zero, but got something to say. Not saying this dude's slump is like that, but a lot of these people weren't even old enough to buy shit. Now all of a sudden there's another one like this, as if you actually helped. You didn't help there being new Star Foxes, but you got a problem with this. So the people that are saying Command, crack or cocaine, one of those two, or the both, or maybe mixed together, or maybe mixed together, because that game is there's a reason why Star Fox went dead, and that was one of the reasons that game was the last, I think, new game before they took a long break till Zero. That game's not good. Command is it's okay, but it's not a great game, and it's definitely not the best game in the series. That's an insane take.
Peep
said he missed Assault and then he bought Command. So
you missed Assault but bought Command. It's still your fault. You missed Assault. What the hell? You missed Assault. That's still your fault. So you're part of the problem.
Tended to reverse Uno. This reminds me of 2002 Wind Waker's first look graphics shocker for the look of the characters. Hexaroot says, hey, do you know what day I will be speaking at Too Many Games? I will be going for only one day, and I love to know so I can buy train tickets early. I believe we are Saturday. Because I know MVG and I also have something on Friday.
Yeah, Saturday at 5
My friend was actually asking about that, so I got to let him know.
Saturday, yeah, because MVG and I have something on Friday as well. But Saturday is like the big day anyway. That's when most people go. So that's why I recommend it. But yes, we will be doing something Saturday. Yep. Cinder says, I agree with Radic. Link should be voiced, and it should be done by Sam Jackson. Also, Celia, May 29th, can't get here fast enough. I need Mina. Sony saves gaming, Nintendo trash. Should be good. Says Nate is wrong. He said a new game, not a remake. It will not be revealed on a direct. It was, and reveal date wrong. Keep protecting your content. Cow. I had to account for
Harmon
that comment.
Smith? Is that Harmon Smith? Maybe on the burner?
Oh, is that actually?
No.
That's not Harmon Smith, but like this
Cody
person
Lee
just-
of blackhatbooks.org? Come on now.
This guy just seems upset for some reason, bro. Why are you upset, man? Like, listen, bro. Why you is Star Fox 64 a new game? Because is that a new? Ask yourself, is Star Fox 64 a new game? You can technically say it's not, right? Same thing. Super Nintendo game again. Okay.
Cool says, been debating on getting the analog 3D. Do you guys think it is worth the price? Did the price on it go up? That's what I need to check real quick. I don't know.
I don't think it has. I know it was slightly more than the pre-order price. Pre-order price was $250, and then it went up to $270.
I see it at $270 right now. Yeah. So the thing with the N64 system that makes it tough to recommend to people now, like the original one, is the video out situation. Like that's just it. It's tough because then people look up all kinds of adapters, and half the time they're just bad adapters. It doesn't look very good. There's only so much to do with the N64. So I actually think the analog 3D, even at $270, based on what you're going to stack on top of an original N64 to get decent video out of it, I think it's worth it. Yeah.
Yes, with a slight asterisk. If you're not above waiting, I would wait to see how the mod retro reviews.
Sure.
I know some people have it. I don't know if they're the most critical people in the world. God damn, Lakers are getting the belt to the ass. Where's Nick 93? I saw you in the chat earlier, jackass. Lakers suck. But yeah, I would wait to see what the mod retro, how that looks. I've heard kind of, I don't know, conflicting things, I would say, but yeah, the analog's a great value. Just get that in a summer cart or whatever, and you're good to go.
Hellman says the Master Quest 2-pack was a promo for pre-ordering Wind Waker, if my memory serves me correctly.
Yes.
I do remember the
it was.
2-pack. Yep. Teacher says, anyone else play? I believe that's the NTE. That's the free-to-play MMO. That's Neverness into... Am I thinking right? Everness?
It's a gacha game, right?
Yes, I'm trying to remember exactly what the Neverness to Everness. Yes, I've not tried that game. No, I have seen it pop up and I have seen people talk about it, but I have not played it. It is that gacha game. It looks kind of like the I don't know, anime GTA kind of from what people are showing.
Oh, the game where they just stole shit from every other game.
I don't think it's not that one. It's another one.
Game.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about, Sean. It's this one's a different one. They say
right.
I think it's fun, but outside the city stuff, it's basically just Genshin again.
What is that other game called again? I'm trying to remember.
Just an A, I thought, right?
Yeah. Anto.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I'm
like
sure
that.
those gacha games coming out of China. I'm sure there's no AI in those, so enjoy them, folks.
Jack says Ocarina remake that actually references Zelda timeline split that happened from Ocarina could be an interesting addition in a remake.
Oh my god!
Can you imagine that?
Let's not get into the Hyrule history and timelines and stuff like that, please.
Warfame Master says, any of you a Parasite Eve fan came across a game called Parasite Mutant on Steam? Great game. There's a demo out now. The battle mechanic is fun.
Yeah, the OG Parasite Eve is god tier. The best. I maybe not the best, but top 5 intro scenes in a game where you're at the opera and all the shit happens. Fucking shame that they never remade that.
I remember just it being a mature rated turn-based game was like interesting at that time. It was like,
yeah, it's very dark, you know.
Isn't it based on like a book?
I don't know.
Parasite.
I just write them, Radic. Let's be real here.
It's like an adaptation of something that like Shaq can help me out with that one.
This is from Lane, who says, I really hope that Nintendo keeps those dark themes in Ocarina of Time remake. Please, Nintendo, keep it dark. Also, really enjoy listening to you guys while doing chores around the house. RGT85 is hilarious.
Thank you. Most people hate me.
Most?
Kevin with $1.
A good percent.
Khaled Shaw says, if Bungie didn't make Extract Shooter profit, I think they would have an easier time retaining people because they wouldn't be turned off by, as Radic mentioned, how difficult the game can be at times, how punishing the game can be. Buy one BBL, get one free. Says 2030 Star Fox Lego N64 remake. 2035 Star Fox Switch 2 remake of the remake. 2040 Star Fox 3DS remake. They won't notice. And the 2045 Star Fox Classic N64. There it is. Lock it in.
I like that.
Sterling Jones says Bungie vaulting paid content made me lose trust in them completely. To me, it's the same as theft.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. That kind of turned me off. Not turned me off. It's like one of the reasons why I'm kind of like, I don't want to play Destiny 2 because I'd rather start with Destiny 1, honestly. Play all that single player content, then go to Destiny 2. But the fact that like the jump, as you said, the onboarding process for Destiny 2 seems like the most like where do I even begin type shit. So,
Infinite Ammo says thoughts on Snoop Dogg in Stranger Than Heaven. I saw you just see the presentation. You know, the one thing that was interesting was the control scheme because you have the bumpers and the triggers for your limbs, like your either arm and either leg and stuff. So it's it looks cool. It looks kind of a little bit of a different take while still kind of staying within their familiarity for RGG. So like Yakuza and stuff. So or like a Dragon. But that's coming out. They say winter, so it doesn't necessarily mean this year. So, but it is going into Game Pass. Teacher says, I'm just kicking back playing Halo Reach multiplayer on my Steam Deck. And I'm just like, this is better than all the live service garbage that's on the market today. I want these games back. Halo Reach is still one of the good ones. It's still one of the good ones.
I liked Reach.
I'll wait for Halo Reach campaign evolved is what I'm waiting for. Yeah.
I was playing Halo. I was playing Master Chief Collection the other day. It was good. I was playing Master Chief Collection the other day. I built one of those PS5 Steam machine things, and I loaded up Halo on it.
Really?
No, I'm just messing around, bro. I'm just messing around.
Is that for like a video?
It is going to be for a video. Yep. I loaded up the Master Chief Collection on it, and I was playing it there, and it runs really well. So, also plays PS3 games. Go figure.
Dude, I saw that video of that guy playing MotorStorm on Twitter on his PS5. I was like, God damn it! Like, this needs to be official, bro. Oh.
They can do it. They can do it. TJ says, who all got a Steam controller? I did not. I'm waiting because I think there's going to be a bundle with the Steam machine. So that's when I'm picking up because I don't need another Steam controller again for the Steam machine. So
my brother got one. I'm actually excited to try it out when he gets it.
TJ says, I was listening to recent news wave at work with just audio. When he talked about Corey Barlog hating Nate, I thought he was talking about Drake from Uncharted for a second. Now that
was a crazy story.
He does not like Nate. That's for sure. You got kind of called out by
Corey. Like, I had to triple check to see if that was like the real Corey Balrog account on Blue Sky, and it is. So
that's
good shit though. You don't want these motherfuckers liking you because then you end up in a parasocial relationship, which is abusive as hell.
Oh, and then Rufflemont says $50 is a jump. I was expecting more compared to Sony. For Star Fox. Gotcha.
No, $50
for
jump
the,
of the Switch 2, which we have 7 minutes to talk about. It's Mother's Day tomorrow.
The Switch 2 went up or is going up in price. That'll happen September 1st. All right, it's going up $50 in the US and other parts of the world. It's like a 10 to 15%, 20% jump. So it's kind of across the board depending on currency exchange rates. In Japan, it actually got a pretty it's getting one. That's actually happening in a few weeks though. Yes. That I saw. So that's pretty soon
in Japan and the trading cards, which I don't even know what the fuck those are.
Oh, what Hanafuda cards. But the thing with this is Nintendo did give us an idea in their financials as to how much they believe that the difference in terms of the RAM prices will cost them this fiscal year coming up. And it was, they said 100 trillion yen, which converts over to about 650 million US dollars. That's the difference that they have to pay. If you divide it out by they have a forecast 16.5 million systems. You divide it out by that, it's about $40 a system is what they're anticipating. And then after they apologized to everyone about this, they said that the price increase of, again, I'll just say $50 for the US does not account for all of the costs that are being added. So it sounds like they may have to look elsewhere if things keep ramping up. Like, do they increase the subscription service like we see in Japan where they did move that up? Do they play around with accessory pricing again? It's hard to say, but it is kind of just what we're seeing across the board. Like everyone's having to raise their prices because DRAM is just out of control. And it also goes a little further where during Sony's financials, they kind of talked about, hey, just trying to get the stuff to make enough systems for GTA. So it comes down to just availability for price, but then also just getting the parts, it just being available, because so much of the stuff is going to data centers and AI related hardware.
Well, I mean, you had that story of Apple with the LPDDR5 and, you know, them paying so much more for it from Samsung. I mean, everyone with a brain knew that it was going to go up in price this year, but I don't know. Like,
Sean was fighting. Sean was fighting.
They
were after
him.
I don't know why people were fighting what you were saying. Because we all knew it was a possibility, like that it could, and it did. And like when you made that prediction, I was like, I didn't say, oh, he's wrong or anything.
Oh no, I wasn't talking about you. I'm just talking.
No. I'm not saying that you're talking about me. I'm just saying, like, I don't know why people were fighting that. Some people were fighting that so hard. It's like, look, we don't want it to go up, but it's probably going to, like you said, you know.
Yeah, I mean, it just seemed like an inevitability, and I do find I really think they're going to take a page out of a PlayStation's book with that September 1st thing, because okay, let's say September 1st goes up $500. They drop Ocarina late September, early October. Then Black Friday comes along and they're like, hey, you can get a Nintendo Switch 2 for $450. Because PlayStation looked like the fucking best company in the world last year when they brought the PS5 back down to $500, and it sold well. So I think they're going to do something very similar to that, where they do a Black Friday deal for $450, or maybe some sort of bundle or something like that. And yeah, I mean, I wasn't surprised by it. It just, you know, yesterday's price is not today's price. Today's price is not tomorrow's price. And the Lakers are down 3-0. So suck it, Nick 93.
Shout outs to Nick 93. He's awesome, man. He's a hardworking dude. Shout outs to the Cali boys. But I do think that if you look at like the price increase, man, like I don't ever like to see price increases because it already is like 450. I'm seeing people, you know, and I know people can think whatever, but I'm seeing people like having to get it funded on Throne and all this different type of stuff that's kind of happening.
Oh, the Klarna payments, eh?
Yeah, and all that exactly, and all this type of stuff. So it's already kind of pricey, man. I mean, like I'm lucky that I can afford it, because like some people are saying they can't afford it for their kids for Christmas, like, and it's like, oh, I bought my daughter one randomly because she wanted Tomodachi Life. So it's like, I get it, but like, you never just like, I never like to see price increases. I don't like that they're good. I mean, I don't think that they're good, but I understand, you know. But at least they gave us some time. At least they gave us like some time. But apparently Japan, it's like right 2 weeks from now. Yeah, it's like 2 weeks from now in Japan. But here in the US, it's not till September 1st. So there's plenty of time if you want to pick one up until then. But I get it. People have bills. People have gas is crazy. It's $6 a gallon where I live. So
premium or regular?
Regular is $6 a gallon. Yeah. It's like, it's in most places it's like $6, but like you can go to some gas stations here, like Central Valley, and it's like $5.70 or something like that. But it's definitely expensive.
Premium.
Even in Costco, even at Costco, it's still like almost $6. It's like five, like I think like 60 or 5 something like. So it's like, it's crazy. Like I get people have all sorts of bills and stuff like that. So.
I think people need to start looking at the video game industry in a different light overall as well. I think we're going back to a more 90s world, not as drastic, but in terms of like what's a successful system. I never thought the Switch 2 was going to outsell the Switch 1. I still don't think it will. And I think these price increases are going to start capping these systems a lot more than people really realize, especially because now you're getting more into the luxury item price and stuff like that. I really think gaming is going to become more of a luxury again, like it was in the 90s. The main difference was that, you know, gaming wasn't as accepted, I guess you would say, and it wasn't as mainstream. And the biggest thing was you didn't have, you know, all these shareholders tying things up. You used to be able to sell 100,000 copies, 200,000 copies of a game, and that was considered successful. Nowadays, you sell that, your studio's gone. You're done the next day. Oh, you only sold 100,000 on launch. Do you know how much this shit costs? Like, there's been cracks in the foundation, like somebody was saying, and I think now we're starting to see those cracks start to permeate quite a bit more. And I mean, it's going to be very interesting. And I think that also plays a role as to why now these games are $50 reduced digitally on the Switch too, because it's kind of like, okay, well, you know, Metroid Prime 4 and Mario Tennis Fever sold like shit at $70. That's not going to work. We're raising the price of the system. They're definitely not going to spend the $70 now on these games. Let's do $50 games. Offer some of those at a discounted price. You build up a little goodwill with people, and then you can start to think about revisions and stuff like that. But yeah, I don't know. Like, I think there's about to be. You got Sony. They don't know what the fuck they're doing with the PlayStation 6. When's it coming out? I don't know. What's it gonna cost? I don't know. Like, that's not good for the industry. So I really think you're gonna start seeing some drastic changes, and I think you're already starting to see some of them.
Yeah.
So I got until September. I'm sorry. Yeah,
What?
I just got until September to buy the Switch 2.
No, yeah, that's a solid business plan, man. Just get everyone to buy it during the usual lull season because everyone's waiting for the holiday to purchase it on sale. But now you're like, fuck, I gotta get it now.
You know, that it helped when PlayStation was doing that.
I saw my timeline was everyone buying PS5 Pros. I'm like,
yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Like,
Wait, so I'm on Amazon right now. Is the Mario Kart bundle like not a thing anymore?
That was a limited time bundle, sir.
That re-limited itself occasionally.
I do think it's gonna come back.
Okay.
They're gonna pull the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, where every holiday it's like you can get this.
Oh, it's gonna be
NSO.
after the price increase, though.
Yep.
Yeah, but it might be to where it's like maybe it's $530 or something like that, or 500 and something for it. So I do think they're gonna bring that back because that was pretty successful for them in the Switch 1 era, just having Mario Kart 8 Deluxe bundled with like NSO for like 3 months or something.
You do that for $509.99, and then the base system is $450 during Black Friday. You look like the good guys. People will buy them. Like, I gotta get it. Gotta get Ocarina at a time. And then after that, Nintendo's like, January 1st, hey, we're raising the price of NSO, you fucks.
I can see them raising the price of NSO by like $5 or something like that, $5 to $7.
I say 10. I'm going
I
with
can see 10. Yeah, and I actually don't think that would be too bad because like the amount of like classic games you get off that service for like that cheap of a price comparatively to like PS Plus Premium. And,
but it doesn't seem bad if
Xbox
you want the classics. If you don't care about the classics, then you're just like, great.
I was curious if they already moved the price up on places like eBay for that Mario Kart bundle for the Switch 2, and yeah, they're $550.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they moved them up. It looks like to $5.
I haven't even seen one in any of the stores. Like I haven't seen one for a while. So
no, these are just on eBay.
It's
People
for eBay reselling.
$550.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I'm saying I just haven't seen like because I know that last year I saw them, and then even a little bit early in the year, like January, I saw them, but I haven't seen any Mario Kart World bundles since January in any of the stores that I went to. So
you might have another bundle pop up Radic before September. So I don't know. Maybe if you're waiting, hold out for that. Although maybe on Star Fox, and then it's like this is probably the cheapest you're gonna. I mean, $500 basically then for Star Fox and a Switch too. Yeah.
Well, Canada, it's like 600 something.
Oh well,
yeah. Canada, it's like your left.
It's 629. Yeah, in my left arm. Yeah.
Hey, you just buy it here and just sneak it over the border.
Or I can do what my friend does, and it's like, oh, I can finance this with a firm on Amazon, and he's like, that's what he does. I'm like, bro, just buy the fuck. Why you can afford it? Just buy it right now, bro. Like, what are you doing?
Let's go through these super chats as we finish up here. Lonesome says, when AI is implemented into the PS6 to assist you with getting through games, do you think using the AI will lock you out of the platinum?
Dude, if that happens, that'll be actually a great discussion point on Twitter to see if like
what if you accidentally hit the button while you're playing the game?
Oh no.
They gotta have like
there should be a pop-up once you hit it that's like, you sure?
Yeah.
That is definitely a discussion of like the platinum can't be earned by the AI, right? Man, that's gonna be weird.
Do you think that will like delegitimize my Fair Games platinum if I use that feature or
But yeah, Fair Game's gotta come out first.
Yeah. Well.
Quest for Glory says you'll better wish your mom a happy Mother's Day. I will be doing that.
I will.
Robot Chicken says Crystal dodged a bullet not being in the new game. David says, hey OJ, are you going to SoCal Gaming Expo?
Probably not, man.
He just talked about gas prices. He ain't leaving his house.
Yeah. Probably not, fam. I'll be honest, dude. I don't like driving to Los Angeles.
Shadow Nexus says Star Fox Assault third-person mission were pretty great.
That's kind of what I want to see out of Star Fox, like third-person action.
Yeah.
Until you get to the controls, though.
Well, I think that's the next Star Fox game. I think there's another one, and they'll
It's
explore.
very
something
great
new,
on paper,
man.
and then you start controlling. You're like, damn, these controls are ass.
Hey man,
just
he's
said-
like Fox is super fun to play at Smash. So if I could do that in a 3D environment with like modern Nintendo game design, that would be pretty fire.
Tijo says, "Oh yeah, there's a huge AI controversy with NTE." That sounds about right. That sounds right, Sean. There you go. Sean was ahead of his time.
Water is wet. Yeah.
Thomas says, "Call for you on me. Looking forward to having Spawn and RGT on the SMG podcast one day." There you go, Sean. The SMG podcast. Write it down.
I'll pull up. Just hit me up somewhere.
There we go. Perez says, "What would you guys want on an actual sequel to Star Fox?" Also, I'm getting Star Fox. Star Fox 64 is the best Star Fox.
You said Star Fox a lot in that sentence.
Yeah, that's what they wrote it. I would like a cross between Star Fox and 64 and Star Fox Adventures.
That would be awesome if they can pull it off.
Like, well, pull it off well. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Casual New Gamer says, in 20 years, new Star Fox graphics will be everyone's favorite.
And that's a good point. It'll be like 10 years. Like, oh, Star Fox Switch 2 was
was
like
it.
an unsung masterpiece, you know?
Hey, we'll
Gotta
be
wait for
talking
all
about
the
Mario
older
Odyssey
haters
like
to die.
Yeah, we'll be talking about Mario Odyssey like that next year, 10 years later. So there you
Jesus
go.
Christ, dude.
Right?
Oh my God.
It says just adding to the super chat backlog to keep you guys hostage from going to bed. Also, how many 6'3" blonde actors are out there for a live action Metroid movie? I'll prefer animation.
More than you would think. There's
I
actually
think they use a lot of
tall
camera
blonde
angles too. That
Also,
works.
Yeah.
spoilers: the
Tom
Hobbits
Cruise.
and Lord of the Rings weren't actually hobbits. Like,
I mean, they could probably get any. I mean, based on like the suit that she wears. I mean, I don't think they actually have to be 6'3".
Matt says, "Are we due for a video game crash with these prices?"
Not the level of 83 that happened in the States, but I envision it more. I mean, it's easier to say crash if you title a video and say, "Oh yeah, restructuring of the video game." And no one's gonna fucking watch that.
no,
You're
you gotta
selling
tell everyone it's on fire and it's collapsing.
exactly.
We're gonna
Yeah,
reshuffle the industry.
While
Yeah.
staring at an orb.
Yeah,
Red
it's
arrow
def-
in the thumbnail type shit. Yeah,
It's definitely gonna be going through some major changes, and
It's-
I'm curious to see how. Yeah, who's left standing? Really?
Yeah, it's mostly probably going to be around the big companies, I think. Like,
yes, 100%. Indies will be fine and stuff like that because
Yeah.
they control their own destiny to some degree.
and they have
But
a
the
lot
big
of outlets
companies-
that aren't sealed by Sony and Microsoft. So
Exactly, and I mean, by extension, Nintendo. They're obviously
Yeah.
feeling some of all this too. So
Let's go around here as we finish up. Sean, where can everyone find you?
find me on RGT85. I have a video talking about the PlayStation 6 and some of my theories with it tomorrow. Go Knicks 3:30 on ESPN, I believe, will be the game. We're going for the clean sweep, and I'll be a very happy boy. If you see something on the news about a family getting massacred tomorrow, I guess the Knicks lost, you know.
Okay. Let's go to Radic. Where can everyone find you?
I'm at Real Radic on every social media platform, mainly Twitter, YouTube, and TikTok. Speaking of games that are celebrating their 10th anniversary soon, I got something cooking up on either Sunday or Monday on a certain PS4 Naughty Dog game. That's a decade old. Tomorrow.
It's been a decade. That's crazy.
Yeah, dude. I can't believe it, man. Like,
Wow.
what a good game, bro. What an amazing game. Like that I played in my last month of high school, and now I'm here, 27 years old. It's like, damn, bro. A decade flies by. So yeah, that's what I got cooking up.
Enjoy the last bit of your 20s, old ass, old head.
I do. I'm old head status. I'm unk status for sure now. 27.
No, not yet. I'll just mean when you're
transitional
on-
unk.
Yeah.
What do you got?
Yeah,
3 years? Here? You
perfect,
said
yeah.
20. Old ass within 3 years.
Rex in the chat. Shout out to Rex about OJ. Where can everyone find you, sir?
Old Head Central, right here. Player Essence. You can find
Unkville, USA.
Old Head Central. Yeah, Player Essence. You can check me out. I'm doing some cool stuff on Star Fox. I'm definitely going to be going back looking at some of the previous Star Fox games and talking about them in some videos. I just dropped the new Star Fox video that's kind of fun, so go check that out about some of the sales that's already going down with it, at least sales rankings. I'll check that video out. It's doing good. And yeah, we should have live streams and all sorts of cool stuff for next week. So it's going to be a lot of fun and lots of news, lots of streams, lots of cool stuff. So yeah, thanks for watching. Thanks for having me on. And shout out to all the Spawncast peeps, man. You guys are dope. And yeah, thank you.
Yeah, let's go to Evan.
You can find me on social media, YouTube, Twitch at Kimrick's Project. Might stream at some point here. I've been pretty burned out this week. A lot of stuff going on. So
okay. All right. Thanks everyone for tuning in. Appreciate it. Of course, all the support, the super chats, appreciate that as well. We'll be back next Saturday night, 9 p.m. Eastern time. And I'll see you guys then.